without him because I know he's here and accounted for, and I know he knows when this starts. So we're starting without him. Also, Joseph, you're friends with Sharad. Do you have any idea where he is?
Yeah, he said he was at work. He would be an hour.
Oh, okay. I think did Bandar say he was going to be late or gone?
He's canceling today. He's sick.
Oh, right. That's what the cafeteria sushi was all about.
Yep.
That was just a poor decision from the get go.
Yeah. Hearing him say it's like that's already red flags to me. Cafeteria fish, fried fish.
Why is this stone throwing tunic man sideways?
Because why wouldn't it be?
Oh, it's so that they can throw the rocks to each other.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
more Zeno.
I was about to say it looks too perfect. It looks like he's catching it, putting it.
Yeah, one of the gifts is being played in reverse and in is also mirrored, so it looks like he's putting it down.
I don't like that you're putting way too much thought in this. Two gifts, I. Let's just start.
Anyway, that's not important. I do actually like uh uh description of the four goals that you have. We should definitely get those sorted out.
Yeah, I've played a lot of games that involve management, like XCOM, strategy games like Warcraft, StarCraft. I played the mobile app game Pirates of the Caribbean: Tides of War, and I honestly say I was part of a big group in that game before I had to leave because I couldn't keep up with the funding of what I was putting in money for the fucking game. But I'm used to micromanaging my shit, so this is nothing new to me.
Zeno, you want everyone to love you. Stop it. It's getting.
All right.
I
Well, it sounds like the gang's all here.
I definitely wasn't watching a musical while playing Bloons Tower Defense 6. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Hey, I don't shit on musicals. Fuck, what's the name of that one musical where the protagonist and his love interest are like inches away from banging in an elephant statue?
Wait, what the fuck?
Moulin Rouge.
Zeno, excuse me?
Moulin Rouge.
That
Zeno, don't.
the description of it does sound familiar now that you say this, but it's probably something that my that the theater director here at my college probably passingly said and expected no one to hear it.
There's a scene
Ever
where
again.
the
Because
protagonist and
normal people don't bring that up, Z.
his no, there's a scene where the protagonist and his love interest are just chilling together in an elephant statue, and then the woman that the dude that the woman is promised to barges in, and the protagonist has to hide.
So they almost made a baby inside their stomach. Sounds like an elephant stomach, to be exact.
Well, it would have been a miscarriage because she had like tuberculosis or something. Spoilers for a musical.
Oh my god, we're all here. We should stop this call.
Everybody's here.
So, for the sake of convenience, I'm going to say that you're all currently at your property within your own barony. You can rename the property if you like, but wait one moment. Did it have a name? It did not. So it's just the Sunderland Jarl House, unless you give it a different name.
I meant to send that all at once, so apologies if you get 3 messages.
I think the post you sent me is slightly biased there, friendo.
Notice though that he never included himself, though.
Oh, snap.
What post? I'm confused.
Honestly, all of the options you present, the way you present them, sound terrible.
Yeah,
Except for one.
From his. This was all from his point of view, experiences with these characters, so it's more or less.
Did you send him what you sent me before, Joseph?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, now I feel left out.
Would you like to see it too?
It's just who he thinks could be good for the barony.
So basically, extortion is what I'm hearing without having to see anything.
What's important is that you guys need to elect a representative who can talk on your behalf when it comes time for you to do Baron stuff.
That is very.
So, like, when the king calls for all the jarls and barons to meet up in his court, who's going?
There's only.
Go
3
get
of
the
us
other
here.
barony and do just split it like that, but we'll have to wait. So, anyways, Joseph, just send it to Adora so he knows what.
Okay, less brains, you say? Less brains?
Adora, shut up.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
To be fair, our characters did hold a meeting about what was going on with the orphanage. You know there was pills, and you saw that this child was taking the pills, and you let it happen. That's where his opinion comes
In
from.
character, she did not know what these pills were. Out of character, I knew, but I was not going to let that inflict with my character. So listen here.
Actually, in character, your character should have known, because again, in the meeting for all characters, it was brought up.
I'm gonna be the first person I come after. Anyways, so we're supposed to elect a representative?
Well, we better not elect Adora. She has less brains, apparently.
I have 10 intelligence, thank you very much.
A whole plus 0. Wow!
It's better than your -3. I'm kidding, Zeno, I love you.
Bro, this is the end. He can kill us. Watch.
God, he has all the knowledge.
That increases my wisdom, not necessarily my intelligence. Like, if you gave Dungeon Master statistics, they would have, like 30 wisdom. Like, just all Dungeon Masters would, because they know everything.
30 wisdom, 10 intelligence, a fluctuating, like, it's like a bar graph depending on your charisma at that point. Probably 0 into strength and maybe 12 into dex. Yeah, no.
Zeno's a solid 7 in that.
Like, if we're talking about real life, I probably have a score of 3 in strength, dexterity, and constitution. I'm a very feeble person.
Zeno, I was trying to help you out with a 7. You gave yourself a 3, man. Wow.
Hey, 7 plus 3 is 10. I know that with my plus 0 intelligence.
Whoa, we got a smarty pants over here. Whoa.
And his average intelligence, guys. Come on.
Alright. Anyway, you were holding an election, I believe?
Yeah.
Who's the candidates that isn't in the party?
Well, you should probably elect a party member so that y'all can, actually do Baron stuff. Because if you give it to me and you elect an NPC, then you'll have less control. You won't be going to meetings and such. But you can if you want to.
That sucks. No, I don't recommend that. So it should be one of us.
Yeah,
And
Joseph
Well,
at the
he
Joseph.
doesn't want it, but that's just for his for the people to think, oh my god, he doesn't a kind-hearted person who doesn't want power. We know it ain't true. So and let's be honest, it's none of the other three. So it's all of us here. But with the people, mind, and elf baron, I'm not being racist. I'm just truly wondering. And would they mind a half orc baron?
As far as you can tell, the only people that they are racist against are the drow. Everyone else they're pretty amiable with. However, they do have good reason to be racist against, like, well, I would expand that to all elves because they are literally at war with the elves.
it's we're at a uneasy peace. Let's be a bit nicer about it.
Technically, war was declared and no one surrendered, so it's not really that you're no longer in war, you're just in the middle of a ceasefire. Keep in mind, you have to literally carry a green card to not be immediately arrested by the guards.
Oh, random fact about long-standing wars, by the way. Did you know that North and South Korea have been in and are still in the longest war ever because neither side has ever created any sort of peace treaty.
Yes, that is what I'm kind of, I won't say I'm basing it off of that, but that's what inspired me to create this sort of ceasefire situation. But I don't want to call either side North Korea, because neither side is objectively evil.
But when it comes to selecting a freaking Joseph's just sitting in a chair, kind of contemplating who, and he's just going, could, no, maybe her. He's currently indecisive on who to pick amongst this group.
So we have
Xavier's
so Joseph doesn't want to do it. It'd be a bad thing to put me or Sherrard as the barons because we're both elves and Sherrard is a drow. I'm not sure exactly how the people would feel about a half orc baron. So the only other two we could do is you or Gregor. And out of character and maybe in character, Adora knows nothing about Gregor. So her vote is for you, Joseph.
So if you're gonna say that in character, he's gonna be like sitting there going, "All right, wait, what?"
Well, I mean, that's just the smartest thing here. I'm not sure how they'd feel with me or the arsonist being the Baron.
Uh, well, just I mean, we still have other people voting, right? Come on, Xavier. Who do you vote for?
well, well, sorry, Adora. Well, Bandor is a drunk. So it's between well and Gregor, but seems like a general who might go to war. So between me and you, and I can vote for you.
Joseph is turning a bit pale. Going, I can't accept this. No, I can't be the Baron. I mean, come on, Bandar is the closest thing to nobility amongst us, despite his habits.
Bandor will take all the coin and spend it on. We know what he's going to spend it on.
I mean, you're not wrong, but uh, he's just looking back and forth at a door. He feels like he's trapped. He feels like he's being pinned here.
Why don't you want to do it? Is there you're the most qualified one here? Well, me as well, but being half an orc and such.
Joseph, you see that Tantalus Westminster has snuck in through the window, points and says, "I vote for you, Joseph." Does my vote count?
Uh, Joseph just looks at this and he's like,
Well, I think it's rather unanimous here.
he sighs, starts kind of rubbing like the nose that's in between, part of the nose that's in between his brow, and goes, "If I must, fine, but I would prefer to still go by John Doe, considering that I don't want my actual name getting out in the noble ranks."
That's fine.
Xavier is correct. There is unclaimed land that you can conquer and claim as a barony if you want everyone to have their own barony.
Well, yeah, he's Joseph's actually. If he's saying that character, Joseph's gonna remember
Joseph,
that going. What? You said Joseph. What's going on, Xavier?
oh,
All right, yeah, because you're breaking out. Like you, I was bringing up something, and all of a sudden, you're like Joseph. I'm like, what? Can't believe the little girl showed up out of nowhere. It was like, I vote for you, Joseph. Damn it, Zeno.
Since there are two baronies and yours has water, if we conquer the second one, I can turn it into a mining barony and we'll aid each other. I mean, that's not entirely a bad idea.
Yeah, Joseph's hearing this, and he kind of gets a small smile, going, "That actually would actually work and be beneficial to not just us, but to the kingdom as well." Hmm. All right. Well, we need to go see if that post is still up on the board. However, if I recall, don't you guys still have a quest pending with the logs?
Correct. You all remember that you went out, you accepted the quest, you figured out the issue that was preventing people from collecting the lumber, but you never then traded the 2 bags of uncommon gems for lumber, and it's still just sitting there in the forest waiting to be collected.
Correction. I was the one that took up that quest by myself.
So then at least you would be aware that you took a quest, never completed it, and there's literally just a massive pile of wood waiting to be claimed.
Yeah, I'll say. Well, we do have some wood that we need to deliver. That's the only thing that needs to be done. Because I do remember giving the gems directly to the queen. Because I was like, hey, queen, here's the gems. By the way, did you know that there's a strange creature in the woods that killed everyone?
I remember that. Yes, I do. So she's already been paid. You literally just have to go get it and give the king his share.
All right. Well, there's that, and I did tell the Jarl Hana that I would use our forces to go find more water. I can continue doing that. So Xavier, if you want to go find that post about being a baron and gather any information on that, we can reconvene later tonight and see about finishing up that request. Divide and conquer, as one would say.
So Xavier's gonna go.
Please don't
Sounds
call.
good, my lord. I lost my
Please
whole train of thought.
Please don't call me.
So Xavier's gonna go collect the quest to conquer the second barony, while the other two of you go get the lumber.
Yeah, basically. God damn it, guys. I feel like Joseph now.
All right, so Adora and Joseph. Adora, you know exactly where the wood is, and according to the instructions, you were to pick up 100 logs and bring them directly to the king. A portion of that lumber will go towards rebuilding the orphanage that you destroyed.
I did not destroy it. Sherrard did.
The amiable arsonists destroyed it.
I am not an arsonist. I did not set fire to anything.
You're part of the group, though. That makes you part of one of us, which is sad. I didn't get a choice in the name either.
None of us got a choice. That was given to us back in Curse of Strahd.
Actually, the king gave it to us in this campaign after court.
Both of you are alternatively correct.
This group cannot stray away from fire for some reason.
So, Adora, you remember that the group was responsible for collecting wood and bringing it to the king, partially because they needed it anyway, but also to help rebuild the destroyed orphanage. So, did the two of you head straight there?
Yeah, I'll help her with that. So with the troops, that way we can get all the 100 logs going easily. That way we're not having to make multiple trips, and then eventually I'm going to take the troops to go find more water.
All right. As the two of you enter the forest, the logs are exactly where you were told they were. Now, you were told you were to gather 100 logs and return them. But you see that there are 150 logs. There are 3 trailers, each full of 50 logs. One of them has a note attached.
I will read the note.
You see, it's a message from the Queen that says, as a show of goodwill, we've given you extra lumber. Perhaps we can turn this ceasefire into a peace treaty. Please consider it.
What language is this written in, by the way?
This is written in Elven.
Okay, then if Joseph can't read Elven, I will translate it for him.
I very much can. So Joseph's gonna if Joseph sees it, he's gonna go, oh, off to a good start.
Now, you can either take the bonus 50 lumber for yourselves and use it for your own, basically getting free lumber, or you can give it directly to the king along with the note and try to persuade him to possibly accept the peace offering. So
I put the latter here.
Let's give it to the king. We need to end the fucking war.
Yeah, so Adora and I are in agreement here, so we're going to take the note of the extra lumber to the king.
All right. So as you take the lumber to the king, you get handed your 75 gold pieces for completing the quest without issue. And you're also have a seat with the king. He seems genuinely shocked to get just a bonus 50 logs. Keep in mind, these are wood is a very valuable resource in this kingdom. Everything is made out of it. Most of it has been clear cut due to logging, and this elven wood lumber is the highest quality lumber in the world. You don't just do that for no reason.
You know, as a once around, Joseph's just gonna kind of like look at the lumber, and I'm going to use my evocation to be able to detect magic.
All right, you're casting detect magic on the lumber, correct?
Yes.
You see that the lumber does not light up. As you examine the lumber, along with some of the king's guards who are checking for traps and elven shenanigans, there's nothing there. It's just a genuine extra wood. You genuinely believe this is meant as a peace offering.
Yeah. Joseph's gonna smile, going, at least there wasn't any trickery involved. That puts my mind at ease.
Can using blood hunter stuff, can I sense if there is any living blood in there?
You both see Adora's eyes glow red as he examines the wood. Adora, the only thing that you're able to find that is alive and warm-blooded are a couple of squirrels who hitched along for the ride.
Okay, that's fine. I'm a blood hunter, Xavier. It literally in the name, blood.
Alright, so after we drop that off, Xavier's gonna go out. Not Xavier, sorry, Joseph's gonna go with the troops and find more water.
Okay, so we're gonna put you on pause. Xavier, you were gonna go claim the you're gonna go see if that Barony posting is still up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you go to the Copper Moon Inn where this was originally posted, and you see that even though it's still up, no one has claimed it. You can see that someone has done you the courtesy of stabbing the bounty with a bloody knife.
What?
The bounty is still up. It has not been claimed, but somebody has stabbed this quest with a bloody knife.
Yeah, Xavier sees nothing with it and just sees the description.
All right. To boil down a long list of specifics, it's essentially telling you that if you go out to this extremely hostile land right between the toxic swamp and let me pull up the map. Yes, so between the toxic swamp and Elvenwood, directly east of the Scorchfoot Desert, basically just a trifecta of hostile territory. If you can conquer it, it is yours for free. Just register your claim with the king. You would be surrounded on 3 sides by hostile forces.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds like a shitty deal, but huh.
No, it sounds easy enough. Let me just check my thing right now. So, yeah. How far away is it?
So if you take a look at the map, do you show where the Scorchfoot Desert is?
Let me see.
So directly to the east of that Scorchfoot Desert, do you show how there's a whole bunch of unclaimed land between the Toxic Swamp and Elvenwood that's got no black border around it? All of that juicy, juicy land has not been claimed.
Ooh. All right. Hmm. Okay. Xavier is gonna take that option, and he's gonna head there on an investigation trip to just see the place out. And
All
I'll
right.
transform into a cat for convenience.
All right. So
Well,
you're currently in the Barony of Sunderland. You pass through the Barony of Ezet and the Barony of Norvin without incident. But the moment you step between that little gap between the Scorchfoot Desert and Elvenwood, where you're just a hair outside of Norvin's halls, uh, you can see that there are a lot of dead bodies on the ground. Dead elves, dead humans, and dead scorpions are just littering the ground.
Scorpion or scorpion people?
Just normal scorpions. It kind of looks like elves and humans work together to try and kill the scorpions, but they all got the fuck stung out of them. There's about 200 dead bodies, all with scorpion stingers in their ankles and thighs and necks and various extremities.
Well, I'll check out the area a bit more. Still in cat form.
All right. Well, within that first 5 mile block, the only thing you find is dead bodies. When you're exploring, where specifically are you going from there?
Uh, like they're checking. He's checking out the area between Toxic Swamp and Scorchfoot.
Okay, I got some images to pull up really quickly. So, as you're walking along, you can see what looks to be a woman wandering this sort of lethal wasteland alone. You can see she looks woozy, she looks dehydrated, she looks weak, and even though she's clearly hot, she is no longer sweating.
Can I make an insight check just to see if if she like she's evil or something? If she has weapons and stuff. Investigation to see if she has a weapon. Insight to see if she looks.
Well, investigation implies that you're walking up to her and like digging through her pockets and shit. Roll for insight.
Oh,
You can't put your finger on exactly how you feel, but you can see that this woman, despite allegedly being dehydrated and delirious, keeps putting her hand near where one might keep a hidden dagger in the back of her clothes. And she has moments of clarity where she kind of stops, looks around to see if anyone notices, and then keeps going, "Oh, I'm so thirsty. Won't someone spare their water, please?" In like the
nah.
least genuine way you've ever heard.
Yeah. All right. I see what's happening here. Xavier's just gonna start looking around for other like around where she's standing. He's gonna look around for people who are high.
Make an investigation check. Um, you said you're a cat, right?
Yeah.
It's not entirely uncommon to see a stray cat coming out of one of the baronies, so you feel relatively confident that no one's going to pay you any attention. So her and the surrounding forestry seem to pay you no mind. You're able to find that not too far from where she's standing is what looks to be a pit trap, and as you stick your tiny kitty head underneath the pit trap, you see it's full of spikes.
Damn shithead. Um. Okay. Xavier is. Hmm. What should I do? What should I do? Xavier is gonna turn into what's it called? His normal form, and he will tell her not
He's going to turn into his normal form, and then what?
and tell her not. He's gonna go to her, stand in front of her, and then turn.
All right, as you turn into a human, she like drapes herself over you, going, "My hero, perhaps you've got some water for a poor, thirsty, dying woman." And you can see that as she drapes herself over you, she's slowly pushing you closer and closer towards the pit.
Uh, I grab her hand and I'm just like, look, I already know about the pit. So if you don't want to be end up down there, I would suggest that you stop doing what you're doing at
Make a perception check.
the moment. All right.
This is gonna end horribly.
Don't worry.
You can see that she's reaching for a dagger hidden in her clothes behind her back. It's relatively clear that she's either planning on stabbing you immediately or within the next couple of seconds.
You will push her away.
You just had to make this difficult, didn't you? Why can't the people I hate just have the common decency to die and give me all their stuff?
Right. Guess I'm doing this.
You can see her draw her dagger. The dagger appears to have been forged from from the tip of the barb of a giant scorpion's tail. You can see it is dripping with poison.
Look, I'll make it simple for you. I don't want to do this, so think about
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Shut up and give me your money and there won't be any trouble.
this. You're whining about people choosing the hard option. Look at you. He gets into positions for
I literally cannot hear you.
He gets into position for combat.
Thank you, Joseph. Finally. Man, Joseph's the only one that hears me most of the time.
Well, you go in and out, and I can barely make out the quiet words, but there's also some times where you get even quieter and I lose.
I get you.
All right. So you can either book it and run, or you can stand your ground and fight. You've pushed her away, so she's about 10 feet away from you. If you want to run, you simply can. Stand your ground it is. All right, roll for initiative, my dude.
Will you do the combat thing, or is it not?
There's only 2 of you, so I'm not going to open combat. All right, you strike first.
All right. He's gonna run that 10 feet, and he's attack. How many points? Yeah, he'll attack 3 times.
The first 2 attacks hit.
After he hits, he'll just be like, "Look, just think about this, all right?"
So, as you hit her with your Wyvern's Claw gauntlets for about 15 damage, one of those strikes hits her in the gut and threatens to completely disembowel her. It looks like she is severely wounded. If you want to attempt to intimidate or persuade her, you certainly can.
Do I have to wait, or will you let me do it in the act?
It's currently your turn, so if you want to do something, now is the time to do it.
All right, it's persuade. Remember, her gut is almost out.
I'm going to roll for stubbornness.
Oh, sure. It's what I hate most about you. Stubbornness is not a grow. Yes.
All right. She looks genuinely more concerned with her own life than taking whatever measly gold you might have. She goes, all right. Let's call it a draw. And she starts to back away.
Well, I'd feel bad if I leave you at that shape. Let me see what I can do.
Are you really going to try and heal me after I almost tried to kill you?
Well, you were doing a bad job at it, so
Ouch.
Oh,
All right. She does look genuinely dehydrated, although the only thing she's wounded from is your own attack. Do you cast Cure Wounds or give her water, or what do you do?
he'll cure wounds, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I have water, so he'll give her some water as well. It's not right. I have more spells, but she gets 9 health, and I gave her.
All right. You only did 15 damage, and you've now healed over half of it. So her wounds are visibly closing. And she appears to be back at maximum HP. Oh, you don't cast it again? Never mind.
Yeah, I did that just so I have one spell slot.
Okay. Alright. Well, even though she's clearly still in pain from where you attacked her with the gauntlets, her wounds are closing and she's not bleeding anymore. She'll go, look, friend, I know I tried to kill you, but since you didn't retaliate, since you didn't take my head, let me give you a word of advice. This whole empty space here between these two lands, total hellhole. I do not recommend going here alone. There are hags, there are scorpion folk, and there are rogue elves who don't give a fuck about starting a war. You do not want to go through here alone.
Well, I'll take your advice into consideration. But I have a request.
Shoot.
May you let me see your dagger?
She'll hand over her dagger.
He just wants to investigate.
All right. As you look it over, you immediately recognize this as a dagger of venom.
Ah, oh, I see. Well, you could just sell it and your life will be easier, right? These are expensive.
See, if I sell this, I have gold for a day. If I use it to stab people and take all of their money, then I have money for a lifetime.
Or, or
don't.
you don't do that and you try another profession.
Is there a legal profession that involves stabbing people? Because that seems to be the only thing I'm good at. And I just found out today I'm not as good at that as I thought I was.
Well, yes, adventuring.
What? Are you trying to invite me into your little boys' club? Not interested.
I wasn't inviting you. I was merely suggesting other options so not a more heartless soul ends up, you know, chopping that head off.
I'll take it under advisement. And you can see her slowly transform into a about a medium-sized scorpion and start tunneling underground.
So cool. Wait, do I get that as a creature since I saw?
Um, let me see. Actually, I said that
According
without
to
checking to
rule-
see if that's an actual creature. Let me check how big giant scorpions are really quickly.
According to the rules, that would be the case.
Giant scorpions are CR3.
Damn it. Level up a bit more. Fine. All right.
Alright, so we're going to put you on pause and hop on over to Joseph. I genuinely forgot what you said you were doing. What are you doing, Joseph?
I'm looking for more water, so that way we have more water for the kingdom. Just so that way we can get keep our supply as high as we need it.
So you still have a pair of dowsing rods from when you were divining for water with Helen. So you can use those if you want to find a source of groundwater on your property.
Alright, I can definitely do that. So I roll for investigation, right? With these rods?
Um, Actually, since they're a magical instrument, let me have you roll for Arcana.
Okay. And so it begins with Avery.
All right. So you spend about an hour searching and find absolutely nothing. We're gonna put you on pause. Adora, what is your character doing?
After she returns, well, after she takes the wood, she would like to go pick up another quest.
All right. Well, the guild quests are already posted. Any of those catch your eye?
Um, so we already did the orphanage. We just did Lumber of Elvenwood. Let's check. So we haven't unlocked the silver quest, right?
You have. After you killed a horror show, you were promoted to Silver Adventures, and you can now take advantage of these quests.
Would these silver quests require more of a party? Could I get?
You would definitely know as a professional adventurer that the higher the ranking of the quests, the more difficult they are.
Fair enough. Um, I would like to look at this bounty for Griffin Kingsbane.
All right. Let me pull that up really quickly. Okay. Um, so according to this, according to this bounty, there's a man going around by the name of Griffin Kingsbane. He's allegedly tall, muscular, has long brown hair, brown eyes, and a scar on his belly from a scuffle he got into with the Kingsguard. Word says that he's been spreading whispers of revolt amongst the people. The king wants him taken back alive, so he may stand trial for treason. And there's a you can get the 75 gold pieces if you bring him in alive, or 25 gold pieces for his severed head. However, there's an addendum to this notice saying, word on the street is that he was already killed, but there's still someone going around in his name, even after he was allegedly killed.
How well known are shape changers in this universe?
Um, Not particularly well. People know they exist, but they don't have their own colony. They don't even have their own town. They're very few, and they're typically wandering adventurers.
All right. Hmm. And that it doesn't say anything else on there other than alive or dead and all.
It does not. You are currently in the Copper Moon Inn, so if you want to talk to the local patrons and see if any of them have heard anything, you certainly can.
I'll just kind of keep that on the back burner for a moment. And I will go up to the person who's at the front of the bar, and I'll be like, ma'am, I'm looking for a specialist of some kind.
All right. So you meet what's her name? Skinny Martha. She's the local innkeep and bartender at the Copper Moon Inn, and she goes, "Well, hello. It's always lovely to see a new face around here, especially a female face. I don't know why, but this place is kind of a sausage fest."
So I've seen. Um, have you ever heard of a man named Asenford?
Asenford? No, I'm afraid I've never heard of that name.
Okay, then, well, thank you for your time, but I think I should get leaving, and I'll head to the guild.
I don't know why it didn't post the link. I'll repost the image.
Yeah, it's weird. I was like,
All right. So you're going to go to the guild. You said, right?
Ye.
All right. Let me take a quick look at something. Sorry about the wait.
USB fine.
USB be fine?
USB fine.
What about a flash drive? Why are we talking about flash drives? I know, I'm being an ass.
Okay. Are they not on the map? Yeah, they are. Sorry about the wait.
You're all good.
So yeah, Joseph, take a look at the map. I'm going to put you guys on pause and head back to Xavier. Xavier, what are you doing?
Well, Xavier just witnessed this giant scorpion go into the ground, so well, he'll use his other wild shape just for a while to see how it is and for a quick look, and then we'll probably go back.
You said you're doing a quick look for what now?
Just he's gonna continue with his investigation in that area, and he'll go back up.
Okay, make another investigation check.
Right? May I do a perception check to see if I see anything?
Yeah, you can. The exact same number.
Lovely.
All you find in your searches is a whole lot of unforgiving terrain.
Uh, well, he'll be glad that he's still alive and he'll go back.
All right, so are you all meeting up in the guild hall then?
Yeah, he will.
I was looking all over on the map for what you were reading. Like, yeah, I don't see anything that says what I'm looking for. That you had to clear it up, and now like, oh, I feel like an idiot.
Yep, the start to your own personal quest has been on the map the whole time.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so you all meet up at.
You want to explain yourself real quick?
No, I don't.
Why is my son for sale?
Bro, you already gave him the choice. He decided not to answer. He will.
I mean, you can always go and talk to Arthur and talk to him about it.
I feel like if I do, that's just gonna bring back Curse of Strahd, and we'll have to fight Strahd again.
I mean, he is due for a rematch.
I mean, he got really boned by us last time. And by us, I mean me.
Yeah, no shit. All right. So there's a little bit of a lounge inside of the guild hall where everyone can get like coffee, tea, and scones and whatnot and chat. I'm going to assume that you're all within that lounge. You can also buy some tea and scones if you want to.
All right. Joseph's gonna buy some tea and scones.
All right. It's 5 copper pieces for the tea and 5 copper pieces to get some tasty dessert scones. So 1 silver for the meal.
All right, perfect. I was worried for a moment we were gonna have. I don't have a silver, so I'm gonna have to make change. God damn it! See.
As you drink the tea, it is a very tasty blend of sweet green tea with a little bit of lemonade. And these scones are delicious. They're just enough frosting to be sweet, but not so much that it's overpowering. All right, so Xavier is going to buy tea and scones for the 3 of you.
Oh well, fuck! I already did the change. I just now noticed that. Thanks. So
He has I think he has almost 1,000 gold pieces. Trust me, he can afford it.
yeah.
I don't
So
have. I don't almost have. I have 1,000 and some silver and copper.
I had no silver, so I had to make change to a gold. That's why I was like, God damn it, Cena.
Don't
So,
even use any money, so I don't know why I have it.
so you're saying that Xavier could buy me my son?
I mean, I'm not directly saying that, but that is true.
No, I won't ask him of that. Not until I have the money, that is.
If you want your money to buy Pedro, Xavier wouldn't mind buying a boat sensor with if that's what you want our plan to be.
Joseph hears this goes, well, first things first, we need to make sure we have other things in order. The boat's a bit expensive, and I'd rather not blow all resources at once.
Well, y'all go look on about that. I need to handle some personal business real quick, and I'm going to go look for like the guild informant.
As a door goes and does that, Joseph will hear what Xavier says and look at him going, and how did that go?
The closest thing to an informant that the guild has would probably be Mercantile. He's a very sketchy type that has a nasty habit of just knowing everything around town.
I will go up to him.
Well, hey there, cutie. What can I do for you? Sell you something? Oh, there's a few things I can give you for free. Wink.
Well, I'm looking for some more. I'm looking for information on a person.
Ask away, sweetie.
Have you ever heard of a man named Asenford?
Okay, one sec.
I see. All right. Guess it can't be helped. Was there anything else you were able to gather on your endeavor?
Mercantile will arc an eyebrow and be like, Asenfort? Are you entirely sure you want to speak to her? She's a witch, you know.
Well,
Ah,
witch or not, she might have some information on something that I need.
I mean, if you want to go to the toxic swamp, sweetheart, you certainly can, but you'll be hard pressed to find anyone willing to join you.
Well, I think I know a couple of boys that wouldn't mind.
Tell you what, before you go, let me just give you a quick word of advice. If you ever run into a coven of hags, no matter what they promise you, it's all lies. Unless you have put them under duress, they will always screw you.
Thank you for that bit of information. And I'm guessing that covered any free stuff you might have given me.
Well, I might be willing to part with a little trinket if it means a little bit of your company later.
I'm just going to look at him dead in the eye and just be like, if you're wanting to fuck, find a hoe. I ain't no hoe.
Ah, come on. You know we want to ride on my stick, and he's going to hold up a magical rod.
A magic what?
A magical rod.
I'm going to take the rod from his hand. I'm going to look at it like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool, and then I'm going to break it over my.
As you break the rod, it starts to glow. It's a glow stick.
Fair enough.
We're going to put you on pause really quickly so I can read what Xavier and Joseph has been talking about.
Just holding up the conversation about like what he's discovered at the swamp and basically trying to figure out where we're going next. God damn it! Joseph's just gonna kind of sigh, kind of put his hand over his face, like, please stop calling me Lord.
Yes, my liege.
All right, Xavier, Joseph, while you two are talking, you get greeted by a goblin boy who kind of just sits down at your table uninvited, and he waves really awkwardly at you.
Joseph's gonna see this and looks at the goblin boy and goes, "Oh, what can we do for you?" And
Hey, you guys look like adventurers, right? Right? You're adventuring. You know, you do things for money that other people can't do, right? Right? That's kind of like your whole deal, right?
Depending.
Well, it just so happens that I kind of got screwed by this hag. I know, never trust a hag. But look, she took something of mine that really isn't hers, even though I put it on the line. I didn't actually mean it, and now I'm without it. Could you do me a favor and just murder a teensy weensy tiny little insignificant hag for me?
How many of them, or is it a coven?
It's not a coven. Guys, it's just one lone witch. I think her name is like Asinford. Real cutie. Not one of those gross hags.
Inside check.
Listen here, you son of a bitch.
I honestly want to make an insight, but I also feel like he's giving us false information too.
Yes, Xavier wants to make an inside check about it not being a
Roll an insight check.
haha.
You do know for a fact he's not lying about her being a cutie, but he is 110% hiding potentially life and death information. But nothing he said so far appears to be an outright lie.
You hiding. If you want your thing back in between your quotes, then I must know full details.
Well, I mean, you know, need to know. I'm not entirely sure you need to know. It's not important, really.
I attempt and intimidate.
Roll for intimidation.
Joseph, you wanna help me out with this?
I mean, sure, I'll help him out and just kind of like lean toward him and kind of give him like this glare, like knife eyes, as I'm just trying to peer into his soul, essentially.
As Xavier is saying this, he is putting his hand with its wyvern claw on it on the table.
I'm sorry, what?
He basically is showing.
He took he as he was going to speak, he took out his wyvern claw on his hand and just put it on the table to kind of shows intimidate the child.
Yeah, if you want to roll for intimidation, roll against his stubbornness. This isn't a real stat, but I love it, and I'm going to use it from here on out, and you can't stop me.
We did roll. He rolled a 15.
Oh, you did? I did not see that. Let me roll for stubbornness. Haha, he's too stubborn. He goes, ooh, shiny, and he picks it up and starts looking at it. Can I have one? Look, if you guys have hardware like this, you know, that little old hag will mean nothing to you. And I mean absolutely nothing.
Look, kid, if there's any information you're withholding, speak now or forever hold your peace, because we are not about to walk into a situation where we could possibly die. So either give us every detail we need so we can do our job and help you, or find someone else to attempt your suicide mission.
Well, no. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll give you 50 whole gold pieces if you stop asking questions and just go shank that little old hag lady. Total pushover, I promise.
I don't need the gold.
You don't need the gold. Okay, that's fine. Well, he starts, looking up and to the right as if he's trying to make some shit up.
I am going to sleight of hand this bastard because I'm guessing what he's doing. He's doing to Xavier after he spoke. So I'm gonna surprise the fuck out of him if that's what he's gonna.
How about I give you 10 gold pieces to spill the beans?
I love how you make him the most raspy motherfucker in the world. You said you're gonna sleight of hand this dude?
Yeah, I'm gonna take his fucking 10 gold. Wow, really, Avre? What the fuck?
No, his passive is literally higher than that. He sees you, he turns and sips away and goes, "Whoa, hey now! Hands off the merchandise! If you want to touch, that's extra." Wink.
I really hate Avre right now.
You know what I do have? I have the secret location of a very powerful weapon. A bladed fist, which you just so happen to be very fond of there, my half-orc friends.
I want to insight him. I think he's fucking with us.
Go for it.
Oh, thank you, Avre. Now you are generous.
All right, Joseph. So he locks eyes with you, and with complete seriousness, and with your keen senses on detecting bullshit honing in, he says, completely truthfully, "I know how to find the pit fiend's bladed fist."
An interesting name for a weapon. I just incited him, and he's telling the fucking truth.
Have you ever heard of it? This is a literally legendary weapon.
I can't say I really have, but it's so legendary and you know its location. Why haven't you gone?
Well, because the location is in a place that's very lethal, and little old Goblin me would immediately die the second he stepped on the island. But I know where it is.
Oh, so it's not even on the continent.
Well, I may have already said too much. Listen. This little witch took something from me that I need. I just need it back. You don't need to know what it is.
Well, yeah, we don't. We'll find out once we get it, sure. But we do need to know what we're walking into. So, is it a coven or not? And
It's not a coven.
What kind of hag?
It's this really smoking hot piece of ass. You guys will love her.
It's not a type of hag.
Look, to be honest, I know she's a hag on the inside, but man, does she work up a powerful illusion. It even feels real. Not that I would know, of course.
With my knowledge of Fae, could I determine what kind of hag?
Well, you know that there are multiple different types of hags, most of whom are capable of illusion magic. So you know, it's almost common knowledge that they can use illusions to make themselves look like basically whatever they want to. So being attractive is child's play. But as for the type of hag, he has given you no indicator as to what specific type of hag this might be. Could be an anise hag, for all you know. Could be a green hag.
Yeah. Alright, so you never really saw the hag, all you know that it is a hag. Okay, so you are absolutely of no help, kid.
Look. It's in the toxic swamp. It's within the fog of madness. Just go there, don't go mad, and get my thing. Oh, fog of madness. It's really not as bad as it sounds.
This quest is sounding more trouble than it's worth. It literally sounds like you're either setting us up for a trap or you're setting us up for failure. Either way, it doesn't bode well for.
Fine. Don't help me. I'll find another adventurer who will go on that quest. And then they'll get this big, shiny gauntlet. Who knows? You might have to fight them later. Whatever. The choice is yours. Toodaloo, friends.
I grab the goblin by the shoulder, pull him push him back down to his seat, and say, "Well, thing is, my comrade here hasn't really stepped into the swamp, but on his way, he saw a bunch of dead bodies along the way. So, forgive me if my skepticism is beneficial to my life." I like to go over his shoulder.
Look. I'm not saying it's a fun place to visit. I know. But I need what I need, and I've got what I've got. You can take it or leave it, or someone else will take it.
Look over to Xavier and going, "Well,
How did I get in there and not be affected by the fog? Well, you see, I'm a charming little devil myself, and I may or may not know my way around a swamp or two. Not that I'm at all willing to go with y'all. I went there once, not doing it again."
Joseph just gets a little smile and goes, "Well, actually, it would be nice to have a guide and someone who knows what the object is and what it looks like that we need to go retrieve. So, and as a good sign of trust between our deal, having you come along would definitely be give us some encouragement."
No. I don't want to go back there. I went back there once. I made some friends. Those friends became enemies, and I don't feel safe in the toxic swamp. You understand? No one feels safe in the toxic swamp. We do not have to bring me along at all. I'd really just slow you down. A liability, really. Please don't make me come.
Well, you said you know your way around, and as you said, you made a few friends that are now enemies, so I'm sure you have a way of avoiding said enemies. And besides, who's to say we could get there, kill the hag, and come back with the wrong item? And being as we did our job in killing a hag, you would have to go and collect your own item. So, the choice is yours. Either come with us, or we do our job, potentially fuck up because of lack of information, and you have to go back to a place you don't want to go to begin with. I'm persuading this fuck.
Well, perhaps your human fighter friend would be a little bit more reasonable. Yoo-hoo, over there. You don't really want me to come along on this life and death quest, do you? Have some reason.
Gregor looks up from the book that he was reading. Uh, 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 I mean, if you can help us, I'd enjoy if you come along.
Just for a quick reference, Gregor, they're talking to the Goblin boy that I posted in general chat.
I assume such.
Look, you can't possibly want to bring me along. I don't even know the place that well. Like I said, all I did was make some friends. Friends become enemies, and I had to get my green ass out of there ASAP.
Well, some knowledge is better than no knowledge.
Look, I am, what would I be in human years? A teenager? You wouldn't let a teenager go into danger. I am a child.
Did you just really?
Did you, motherfucker?
Alright, I'm done with this shit. Detect magic. I want to see if he's not giving us an illusion shit.
Wait, what happened? Did he say something? I didn't.
Yeah,
Just real quick, just in case. And he does have a red outline, right?
He does not. It appears that there is no magic on his person whatsoever. You've met mice more magical than this creature.
Epic.
Damn it.
What did he say?
He said, I am a child. You wouldn't bring a child into
Gregor thinks for a moment. I've seen quite a few children go into danger. I don't feel comfortable about bringing one, but if one came, I wouldn't feel. How do I
I was a
put this?
child. I was a child put in danger on many occasions, but this time you'd even have adventurers protecting you. Seemed like a win-win deal for me. You'd even
Mm-hmm.
get some experience. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
when do
mean,
I return to the party?
Adora, you overhear shouting. You overhear everything from the point where he says, "I am a child," and by this point, you've walked back over to the table.
Now, we don't support harassing young children in this team, okay? Now, what is it you need, young man?
Look, all I need is for y'all. I just need you to take a quick hop, skip, and a jump over to the toxic swamp, not die, kill some hag, who's real hot, by the way, and take back what she stole from me and leave me out of it. But everyone seems so dead set on bringing me along into danger.
okay. How about this? I have a map somewhere around in my bag of Rex Island or the general. If you mark down a path for us into the toxic swamp and into the area that you need, then we'll not need to take you along. But if you can't do that, we will need you to take. We'll need to take you along so you can point us in the right direction.
Well, speaking of the toxic swamp, I actually just need to speak to y'all about that. I have a small little mission that we need to go on real quick into the toxic swamp to talk to someone that might be able to help me with something.
Oh, how important is it? Because we'll be focusing on two things: getting the Barony and killing a hag. For that, we must clear some space.
What would this woman's name be? Not that I would know. I definitely haven't been to the swamp all the time.
Well, what's the name of your person?
Asinford. I'm sure you've never heard of her.
I'm going to look at the kid and I'll be like, well, I'm pretty sure we don't need to kill her. I'm pretty sure we can just talk. And I'm saying that with like as much of a straight face as I can pull off. But my eyes betray me. I look like I'm ready to kill this kid.
Look,
so
you
know
don't
this
even
individual.
necessarily need to kill Asinford. You just need to get back my item. Personally, I feel like murder is the easiest way to get what you want, but if you want to be amiable about it, go for it.
Look, I'm tired of all of this dumb argument. I'll give you a thing. If it gets too dangerous, you can use it to go to a bed that you've been to. How about that? If you accompany us and it gets too dangerous, use it, and leave. Agreed?
It takes me back to the last bed I've been to.
Yes.
Ah, strong pass. Strong pass.
Did you sleep at her house?
Wait. Like, can I'm very, very curious right now. How do these things work? Does it work for just the individual, or can it take a group?
So when you crush the gem, whoever crushed it, that individual goes back to the last bed that they slept on. It has to be a real bed, not some bale of hay that you slept in.
Okay. So, all right. So it only works for the individual. Damn, I had a thought, which that's not gonna happen.
Look,
But
I
just
really
to-
don't need any of my midnight encounters to go public, so you can just keep that one to yourselves.
So you slept with this hag.
No. Why would you think that? Why would you even say that? No.
Goblins are such
Um,
terrible liars.
Gregor finally pulls out the map of of the upper half of the world, pretty much, and shows it to the kid. Uh, Please just mark down the path and the general location, and then we won't have to bring you.
Oh, it's easy enough to get to. It's right here at the top of the world. If you look at, I'll turn it red really quickly, just so you can see it. It's right here. You can go through the Walker Barony. They're very friendly people. I love the Walkers, don't you guys? They're such friendly and good-hearted people.
Joseph's eyes are
I
gonna
kind of doubt it.
Joseph's eyes are gonna kind of like widen for a moment, like shoot open and just go, yeah, nice people.
They are wonderful people. And man, Mr. Walker has such a beautiful wife with such soft skin. Not that I would know. I am a child, and I definitely did not meet her in person.
I want to inside check. This child thing is getting too much.
Make a
I
nature check for me, actually.
Nature?
Yes.
nature.
Really? Oh, thank.
You would estimate that if you converted this goblin into human years, he'd be about 17. He's a teenager by any metric, but definitely not what any reasonable person would call a child.
All right. So what I'm hearing is a lot of teenage hormones speaking at the moment. So your child excuse is not gonna work. So you might
Hey, that's ageist,
wrong.
okay? That's prejudice.
Sure, I don't care, boy. So you might as well get your act together and accompany us. So you get your stuff, and us, we won't have to kill that witch. So Adora doesn't get mad. And
Uh,
me,
Joseph at this point is just gonna look at the child, look at the goblin, and go, kind of give a glare, but also like an evil smile, going, "You want to see us to the forest? Oh, through the swamp." And I'm using Fey presence. He needs me to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm sorry, I was reading something that someone messaged me because I'm getting messaged left and right, which is honestly kind of annoying. What did you say?
I'm using my feature Fey presence. Basically, he needs to make me a wisdom saving throw or be charmed or frightened, my choice.
Okay, one moment. You said wisdom, right?
Correct.
Let's see, he's a teenager, right? And you're asking how much wisdom he has?
Ow! Oh, he failed. He is charmed. So basically now he's charmed to say, "You're going to guide us to the swamp on the correct path. You're going to tell us every information that you've been withholding, are you not?
Well, first of all, my name is Flavin. Flavin the Flavorful if you're feeling kinky. And, well, it just so happens that I may or may not have impregnated someone that I definitely shouldn't have. And I may or may not have bet that baby on the line because I secretly didn't actually want it.
Holy shit!
Hindsight 2020, gambling your children is bad. I get that. But I did, and I lost, and Mama's gonna be so pissed.
Joseph does not have any more words at this point. He's just baffled and just fucking.
Look, if you had seen her, you would have done the exact same thing. I guarantee it. I mean, whoo!
I'll grab him by the collar of his clothes, going, "Don't compare me to you. I don't think
None of us would do what you did.
Really, I'm feeling a lot of judgment coming from y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to keep an open mind.
I'm not going to have an open mind about screwing a fae.
And gambling. Yes.
A fae? No, I screwed Miss Walker. Whoops.
Joseph is gonna pull him in closer and whisper into his ear so that no one else can hear this. And I'm going to type that to you. I'm pretty sure he's gonna shout it out loud, but I'm going to want him to keep it quiet.
Joseph, are you threatening to cut his pee-pee?
You touch it.
You seem like the type of guy that would do so.
Not gonna lie, Joseph would definitely cut a dong off.
Yeah, I agree. Joseph, like, stop hating on pee-pees. It's not a good look for you,
You pee-pee hater.
man. Such a feminist Joseph is. Just cuts every penis he sees.
What the fuck, guys?
That, like, Dracus used to have had bad roles. Joseph likes to cut penises. Every character you have must have a quirk. So what's up? What are we waiting on?
Zeno's probably reading.
Did you type something that long, Joseph?
Long enough.
Still writing it because that would be even worse.
It's not. No, I typed it.
All right.
And I'm now updating my list, my notes for. Holy shit! So Joseph's gonna pull back, going, "Now take us through the swamp, if you would so kindly do so."
Okay. Look, I can see that I'm not getting out of this without risking my own, might I add, beautiful neck, which, by the way, really shouldn't be harmed because I need it, to support my head, but whatever. There's no getting out of it.
That's a good goblin. Now along the way, I'll want further details on what I asked you about.
Look, that's all I know. All I know is how to get in and out for some midnight shenanigans.
Then you know the location of what I speak.
hold on, I'm being messaged again. Can you guys do me a favor and please stop messaging me? Like, 3 people messaged me, like, all at once, and, like, I have to keep stopping, and it really slows it down. So please stop messaging me, especially not 3 of you all at once. Please.
All right.
God damn, there's only 4 of us, which means it's not me.
You literally
It's
just
not
messaged
me.
me.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's all 3 of you. You lie
you just
because I
like,
know I ain't messaging him.
I mean, don't pretend you're not guilty. Adora, Gregor, and Joseph, all 3 of you have messaged me and forced me to stop doing what I'm doing to go talk directly to you, to ask me questions that I don't have an immediate answer to, which would cause me to stop and, like, pause the game to go look up the information, because I don't have it handy.
See? I'm innocent. Screw all 3.
I'm not messaging you at this moment.
Messages like 3 seconds ago. At this second, I did not message.
Like, I'm not mad, I'm just like, I can't, I keep getting distracted and losing my train of thought. I have ADD and you guys are mean to me.
Yeah, we get it. You have a teeny-eeny brain and you can't focus on many things.
You hear a crackle of thunder over your head, Xavier.
I died, don't I?
But anyway,
I can fail my death saving throws.
You're funny. You think you actually get one of those.
anyway, well, I'm genuinely sorry. I've completely lost my train of thought. Quick recap. Green Boy said his name is Flavin. He told Joseph a quick and dirty little secret about the well, that's a secret. And he's told you and pointed to the map where you can go out to get to this this witch, and he's also agreed to come.
all right.
Look, if anybody asks, I'm not Flavin.
Well, if anyone knows what you look like, then what would the name mean?
Look, okay, so real quick, moment of honesty. I may or may not have slept with both Mrs. Walker and the hag and a bullywug. The bullywug isn't relevant, but it's confession time, and I just thought I should say something. Never mind. Don't
How
mind me.
promiscuous.
Look, I feel like you're really, like, harshing my free living lifestyle, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, you're free to live your lifestyle as much as you see fit. Just if you're going to involve others in your problems, then feel free to share details that could help us survive through your problem.
Well, I usually don't rope people into my own shenanigans, but this time shenaniganery left me without my baby. And even though I don't want it, I gotta get the baby back to Mrs. Walker.
And why do you gotta get the baby back to Miss Walker?
'Cause it's her baby.
Well, yes, but why? If you had the baby, then why do you have to give it?
Well, let's walk and talk right now since we're burning daylight.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Let's just retcon it really quick and say that you guys are walking towards the Barony as you all talk. And he says, look, I was supposed to babysit the kid for 4 hours. I figured, hey, why not hop on over to the toxic swamp and get a little gambling on. Maybe win some nice, cool magic items to help with my shenanigans. Well, I lost everything, but the pot was so big, you guys. These magic items were perfect. And I bet the baby. Because I was so confident I had a winning hand. But her hand of cards beat my hand of cards. I lost the baby. Look, the baby was fine the entire time. Baby was just om-nomming on a bottle, In my arms, I was just gambling, playing some poker with a hot witch, like you do.
I don't think I've ever gambled with a hot witch. Generally, that's probably because I haven't gambled with anyone ever, but.
It may or may not have been strip poker.
Mm.
Wait,
No.
so does that mean he was wearing the baby?
No, he had the baby next to him while playing strip poker and gambling all of his worldly possessions to get some magic items. Then he would bet the baby.
Joseph's just gonna be like, your lifestyle is questionable at best.
That was what I was thinking.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well, when's the last time either you two sad saps got laid? Huh? Answer me that.
I'm a virgin by choice.
Sure. Incel. Ah, I love orcs. Up top. Emotions to high five you, Xavier.
Joseph's just gonna remain silent. He's more focused on where they're going.
Okay, so it is quite a trek. This is a let's see. So you're currently in your barony, and this location is.
We have the Iron Fist Barony, right?
Yep.
So it's 100 miles away.
100 miles.
That would do what 500 miles in the would do. Okay, I'm not doing that. Can we go from the barony of Novern instead of going through the Scorchfoot Desert, please, guys?
Would
So,
be allowed to?
so you guys can go straight north through the barony of Norvin, Iron Fist, and then into the Quarrystone Mine, and then just take a shot straight right through the Walker Barony. Or you can go east first to the Barony of Izet, the Barony of Norvin. Then there's this uninhabited wasteland between the Scorchfoot Desert, Elvenwood, and the Toxic Swamp, where there's a bunch of dead bodies. Then from there you can either go through the Walker Barony or go through the Toxic Swamp to get to the same place.
Oh,
I think we should go northward and then through the Walker Barony.
I'm okay with both, but I still need a short rest, and I want 1 hour for myself to attempt
Yeah, I kind of. I mean, I don't need a short rest, but a short rest would be nice. But at the same time, yeah, let's not go through a pile of bodies, a place that's very hostile.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not super urgent, and we can always just hitch a ride in my wagon.
Is
In your
what?
Wagon. That's what I call my transport construct.
Will it fit all of us?
So as you guys are walking outside, you see this construct dragging a covered wagon behind him.
Who is this kid? Who is
Joseph's gonna just look at it, going, "You keep holding out on us."
Look! I won it from a witch in a poker contest. That's why I keep doing it. If I win, I get cool shit like this, and if I lose, big whoop, I lose a baby or two.
Wait. He currently has to do anything you say, Joseph.
Yeah, currently, and
You
I'm
tell
looking at
him to
him.
tell me the location of the gauntlet.
Well,
We're doing the mission anyway. I just want to know. I don't trust it.
well, do you happen to know the name of the island or the location? I'm very curious, being as you've been sketchy from the start, especially withholding this as he points to wagon from.
Hey, yo, wagon got the wagon.
Yes, I do. Of course I know where it is. So, it's on Giant Island. Specifically at the top of the Hill of the Watchers.
Giant Island.
I wonder what lives there.
Could it be giants? Flavin says sarcastically.
Nah, couldn't be.
Is he talking about Giant Hold? Because I see no Giant Island.
Yes, he is referring to Giant Hold. He's just an idiot.
Alright.
Well, that is useful information. Now let's get going to your child who's in danger.
Alright, wagon, hop hop! You can see this construct, which appears to be made out of, like, what appears to be wood, covered in clothes, with, like, a golden mask for a face. And you can see there are white circles on its face, which change almost randomly to various expressions. You can see the expression on its face change to one of determination as it lifts up the little poles that come out of the covered wagon and starts slowly walking forward without you. Hop hop means up, you idiot! Wait! Wait! And this construct keeps walking forward slowly.
Gregor hops onto the wagon as it slowly goes away from them.
Yeah, Joseph's on, grabbing the goblin and putting him on as he jumps on as well and goes, "Anything else you're holding from us?
No,
You wouldn't be lying to me now, would you?"
I mean, it's all I can think of at the moment. I mean, there could be other stuff, but if there is, I have forgotten it. You know, water off a duck's back. You know, details aren't important, you know?
I'm sure you should have learned by now that details are important to us.
Look, we'll be fine. It's gonna be a 20-hour trip. Just relax, take a rest, kick back, do whatever.
Out of character, 20-hour fuck.
All right, I was about to say.
Wagon travels at 5 miles per hour when weighed down by the wagon, and it's 100 miles away.
Right, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to ask you. I clearly have a lot of.
Yes, you can use your uncommon brewer's approach to attempt to make a potion.
By the way, does it regain its charges or not? Is it 3 charges and?
It is consumable. Once you run out of ingredients, you are out.
Joseph is just gonna play with like 3 ball bearings, kind of like the freaking Goblin King from the Labyrinth, just kind of like messing around with them to pass the time.
Gregor knits a scarf.
You knit a scarf?
I knit a scarf.
Absolutely. Okay. Xavier, why did you make a wisdom save? So if you look at your character sheet, I think I've actually made brewing an actual check for you. I don't know if it works with Avray.
Okay, it's a +7 anyway, so it would be the same. But do you want me to roll it?
Oh, is it up brewing a +7? Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you rolled a 22, which I believe the check is 12? Yes, 12.
12. Yeah, 12. I'm making, what is it called? Let me just. I am making two things. Well, I'll do another thing right now. But I was making a potion of Hell Giant Strength,
All right.
and oh, thank God, I barely passed. And with that, I make a potion of growth.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I leave one charge for when needed.
Absolutely.
I was looking at some passing the time rules, like some hobby rules, and there was knitting in it, one of the things. And for apparently an hour of knitting, you can get 1 square foot of like fabric done. So I'm just going to like make a 20-foot scarf.
I'll allow it. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do that. Absolutely. It's yours.
He'll end up using it in OP way and you'll regret it.
I'm going to, with the time we have, change Morgan back into a cat, and I'm gonna make her bamf out of existence until I need her.
Well, yeah, I'll change some of my spells.
So I think that's everybody except for Adora. What are you doing on this trip?
That's a good question.
And then after you answer, we will roll for random encounters.
Yay!
Adora will uh take about 4 hours, which would be a long rest for her, to kind of meditate and to make sure she wasn't getting any hungrier.
I mean, I think the rules for what you're referring to should already be on your character sheet. I genuinely don't know them offhand. I don't have them written down anywhere else. So if there's something you need to do, I know I just said don't message me, but you'll have to. But I do not have them handy, so if you don't have them handy, we will ignore it for now.
I don't think that there is any sort of role outside of attacking. But how long has it been since I last ate?
2 days.
That is the point I'm in right now.
Getting very subtle hints of your character.
Same, and I'm scared.
Yes.
I mean, you're a blood hunter. It isn't super suspicious. Still suspicious, but not super suspicious.
Well, if anything happens, I do have radiant sunbolts. For emergencies, I'm not saying I'm gonna use. It's a lie. I'll use it.
Jesus Christ.
If anything happens, we also Xavier is a kind-hearted dumbass. Continue. Oh my god, the most racist elf is here. Even though people are racist,
Yay!
Uno's reverse cards. Hey, sure.
So, Sharad, you want to hear something funny that I think came back to bite me in the ass? So, apparently, when we were trying to pick someone to represent the us as Baron, everyone there was only 3 of us, and everyone pinned me like, "Oh, come on, we gotta pick somebody else. Pick somebody else." And then Xena's like brought in the girl that we saved last session, climbs to window like, "I vote for you, Joseph. Does my vote count?" Uh, I I got pinned for the job.
Okay. So now that I have everything in order, and I think I'm exactly where I want you guys to be, who wants to roll 1d100?
Me,
Roll it.
1d100.
and that's an 83.
Damn.
83, 83. Let's see. 90 to 81. Oh, okay, that's cute.
It's like the
Let me
worst.
see if I have that really.
Copy paste it.
It's like the worst.
Rockfall, everyone gets obliterated.
Yeah, it's like the worst encounter possible, and we all die.
Xenos,
Shoot, then you see our 17 monster.
Xenos awfully silent. I'm really scared. This is not.
He'd be reading, bro. He'd be
What
reading.
the fuck?
So, with that roll, you encounter a friendly lost animal, and you see this majestic creature, just sitting by the side of the road, lost and hungry. It's just meowing.
Go to it. I go to it, obviously, Xeno.
Wait,
Or-
it,
Of course I go to it.
That thing looks so familiar.
Yeah, it does.
What's that from?
I have no idea. I found it on Google. I thought it
Oh,
looked cute.
I know where I recognize this.
Do you?
I'm in a steampunk game, and that's one of the animals.
I'll go to it and I'll use Goodberry to give it some food.
All right. As you feed the cat a berry, it starts to meow and nuzzle up to you.
Do I have it as a friend? Do I have it as a friend?
You see, it is wearing a collar.
I look at the tag. That's what it's called.
Mrs. Death Kitty.
Yeah, sure, I will try and keep Pebble away from him.
I'm going to ban Morgan and see how the cat reacts to Morgan, and basically see if Morgan can get any information through our give me any information about this cat through our telepathic link. Like, a cat speaks to a cat. Come on, I gotta get something.
Does the cat seem friendly to me now?
It does. I'm not going to make you roll. The according to the chart that I'm using, it's already non-hostile.
Yeah, I just want it to be calm and collected so we can take her with us for a while until we find Captain Cannon the Courageous.
That's actually the name on the freaking cat.
Yeah,
That's what it says on the collar.
It's literally a cat with a flintlock on their back. What did you expect?
I feel like a gnome
What
owns this
his
cat.
name? Can we ask what his name about the cat?
When you speak to the cat, do you have speak with animals as one of your spells?
Yeah, I do. I'll speak with the animal.
All right. As soon as the cat is well fed and no longer weak from hunger, it's going to pompously lick its paw and go, "Good evening. My name is Captain Cannon the Courageous. You may pet me."
Sure, I already doesn't like him.
I'm the only one that can hear it.
Well, technically Joseph could get information from Morgan, but I can't understand the cat myself.
So, so I pet it and I'm just like, why are you here? And why do you have a cannon on your back?
Well, you see, I had this little gnome friend who I used to allow to be my servant. Unfortunately, bandits came and they took his head with them.
So does that mean you need a new quote unquote servant?
Hmm, you seem strong enough. I may allow you to be my servant.
Morgan
Schaefer's
is
gonna giggle a bit and he's just like, well, that cannon on your back seems oddly useful, so sure. let's make it official.
Okay, okay. You know, the last servant I had couldn't even speak to me. The fool. It's good to be able to actually speak to someone of equal intelligence. I see none of your friends have any intelligence at all.
Morgan is just gonna look over at Joseph and kind of send a telepathical link going, maybe I should make you my servant. Joseph's just gonna glare going, don't get any funny ideas.
Well,
Pebble hides in his Sorad's pouch.
well, I'm the only one with that specific intelligent feature, but they have their uses.
If you say so, I'll allow them to tag along.
And I point to Joseph and I'm like, that one is Lord.
You point to Joseph and say that bard what?
That's my
That
role.
one is that one is a lord.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Someone barely of equal status to me. How quaint.
Morgan's gonna just like kind of raise a paw, be like, if I could have her speak in cat, be like, hey, he's pretty intelligent.
Trust me, humans are never as intelligent as we cats. We are the superior race after all.
He can turn me into a pixie. Morgan just looks at me after saying that.
Why would you want to turn into an inferior creature? Cats are superior.
I love this cat so much.
You see, I hate this cat, but they're like a perfect cat. It's great.
Well, I have a little spider that you love, and I suggest that we start moving again.
Yes. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye out and make sure you peasants are safe.
All right. I show her the pretentious spider that I
Oh, yes, one of these. My master used to have one before it was stolen. Very handy creatures. It may touch me. You're going to see the pretentious spider just go hog wild taking care of this cat. It's pulling off all the stray hairs, pulling off of ticks, straightening its tiny, adorable little cat goggles. It's going to absolute town. In a matter of minutes, this cat is sparkling and radiant, as he should be.
have. All right. We're off.
Morgan's like, me next. After seeing that, Joseph doesn't get any feedback from Morgan. Like, what the fuck's.
You're going to see that as soon as the pretentious spider is done with Captain Cannon, it's going to hop on over to Morgan and start grooming her fur.
Should I add as a pet cat?
Yes, it is just an ordinary cat with extraordinary intelligence. It has an intelligence of 18, and it has a pistol on its back. Just an ordinary D&D pistol.
The fuck?
You're acting like this is so casual. It's not, you know.
I mean, it's not even really a big deal. It's just a sentient cat with a pistol on its back. Why are you freaking out?
Well,
You're
one,
acting
guns
like
don't
that
exist in
Rick
this
and
one.
Morty episode.
Sure, just feels like he's being insulted every time I hear the meow come out.
That was so distorted. Did you beam in from another dimension? What happened?
Any better?
That is so much better.
Way better.
I didn't catch that. I'm gonna head out and pop back in.
And he did beam from another dimension. The dimension of Walmart.
So essentially, Xavier has a new pet. It's just an ordinary cat with 18 intelligence and a pistol on its back.
Yeah, and I bet Shoran feels insulted every time he hears a meow.
You can't understand this cat directly, but every meow that comes out of this cat's adorable tiny little face sounds so indignant as if it's insulting you with every sound.
Morgan is now mimicking him, and Joseph is just like, stop it.
Like, this cat doesn't go meow, it goes meow. It is not. It is not wearing armor. It's just got a gun strapped to its back.
Stop saying it so casually, Zeno.
It's just a cat with a gun on its back. Hey, you said you wanted firearms in this session. You got firearms, and they're attached to a kitty cat.
Actually, that's kind of funny. You wanted a pet, like you wanted to make an animal companion, and then you wanted firearms, so you got two.
So Zeno just took the best of both worlds, I guess.
Now you got a cat with a gun.
Let's just...
Alright, so there's one more random encounter before you reach your destination.
I call it.
Roll me a D100.
Or if you roll something worse than 8. What are the chances? What
literally
is the
1 in 100.
chance?
1 in
Not
10,000.
even 1 in 100.
It's 1 in 10,000. That's the chance of that exact thing happening.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my fucking god.
Do I need a re-roll, Zeno?
No, you don't. This is fine. I am
Another
100%
animal
fine with
companion,
this.
Another animal companion.
I love Zeno saying this fine while he's probably having tears down his face right now, having to find another animal companion to give.
Okay, this one is mine. Yes, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's
I
mine.
roll for the encounter. Fuck you.
So
Yeah,
you see,
I rolled for the encounter last time. Xavier got it.
as you guys are
Because
riding past the
someone
hallway, you see a tiny little cat-sized tent. Outside the tent is a kitty cat using a fishbowl as a magic crystal.
That's so cute. Gregor hops off and goes towards the cat.
Good evening. I'm Madam Snuggles. Do you want to know your future?
Of course, Madam Snuggles.
Madam Snuggles waves her paws around the fishbowl. Absolutely nothing magical happens. It's just a goldfish swimming in a completely normal fishbowl. And she goes, "Good things! All good things!"
He talked. He comment.
I'm the world's best fortune teller, and all good things are going to come to you. No bad, nothing bad.
Zeno didn't answer me. Can she talk? Comment?
Yes, this cat is talking in common.
I give her a good berry as well.
Hum nom 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 berries.
Yeah, sure. It goes. This isn't the weirdest thing I've seen.
Captain Cannon, would you like to meet this ally?
Is it a cat or is it some other inferior creature?
Don't worry, it's your type of creature.
Maybe I'll be blessed with a female. Well, hello there, fine madam. How are you doing?
Was he just implying that Morgan's not a female to it?
Yeah, she's the thought, not a
cat. Yeah.
Well, does Morgan have a crown of pearls and a seductive over-the-shoulder charm? I think not.
No, of course not.
Morgan loses again. Inferior race.
Gregor pets the cat. How big is the cat?
The size of a newborn kitten.
Oh, so cute.
This
Okay,
fishbowl
so,
is tiny. It would fit
canon
in.
the lolicon confirmed.
I would say Snuggles is about half the size of Captain Cannon. So maybe Newborn Kitten is a little bit too small. You would estimate that Captain Cannon is probably about 3 years old, and Snuggles is about maybe almost 1 year old.
Well, it's great to be peddling your services out here, but you could probably get more business and tell people the futures more if you came with us.
Okay! Who else wants to know their future?
Well, lots of people do. But specifically right now, how about Joseph?
Joseph, you're gonna see this little kitty cat just intensely focus on this non-magical fishbowl, watching the fish move the way a cat would watch any fish in a fishbowl move. And then she's going to slap her paw on the fishbowl and go, "Good things! Only good things from this point forward. No bad, no sir, no bad at all."
Insight.
Go for it.
Inside the cat.
Oh shit! I mean,
Disgusting behavior, Joseph. I'm disappointed.
well, the last message I sent was in general, so forget.
Alright, I will be forgiven.
That is a 9, good sir.
Bro, the cat is probably saying the truth because the truth for itself. It doesn't actually know the future.
Even with your 9,
No, shut up, I love her.
Thought of any other.
even
You're
with
still warping through dimensions.
the check was 8. You are confident this cat has absolutely no fortune-telling abilities whatsoever.
Wait, so it was an 8 and I rolled a 9. Oh, okay, yeah, luck was on my side there. Joseph's just gonna be like, if you say so.
I'm the world's best fortune teller. How many other kitty cat fortune tellers do you know?
I know exactly 0.
That's what I thought. That makes me the best one.
Well, Morgan did try playing poker once and thought I was tarot cards. Morgan just kind of hisses at me from bringing.
And Gregor scoops up the cat and the fish bowl and sets it down inside the wagon.
Cat is just going to be completely entranced, making what this cat's best approximation of arcane gestures. At least what the cat can do with its tiny little adorable paws.
Joseph's gonna look at the goblin and be like, "You're not selling these cats or losing them in a gambling bet."
Flavin goes, "What? What? I mean, they're just cats, but they're prime fodder in a gambling tournament. Come on."
Don't call Captain Cannon the courageous just.
And do not call Mrs. Snuggles just a cat. She is magnificent.
Look, the cat obviously can't even actually foretell the future. This is pointless, kinda cute, probably valuable. Think with your minds and think with your wallets.
Now I'm going to think with my heart, and I'm going to knit her a very big scarf.
Well, I am thinking with my mind, and I'm thinking that we're currently on a job that getting you out of a mess you put yourself into, thinking with your other mind as I point down.
Fine, whatever. Do what you want. They're your kitty cats. I don't like this loud one. What is it? A goblin, I think? Ugh, so inferior.
I hate but like that cat. I really do.
You there, Orc. What is your name again?
Xavier.
Xavier, do you think I should shoot this goblin? I feel like we'd all be better off without him.
For as much as I would like so, I would say you don't. Might be valuable in the future.
You're right. I should conserve my ammo. Why waste it on something as pathetic as this?
Also,
Xavier, Xavier,
Yeah.
why is Captain Cannon Courageous or Captain Courageous? I'll just refer to him as that. Giving our goblin friend here the dead eye.
well, if we're being honest, he's been given all of you the dead eye, but he was thinking about killing it because gobbling him and Sir Snuggles.
You are not making any friends with these cats. So I say, look at the goblin.
Look, I don't care if the cat's like me. I just want to get my baby back. Well, it's barely even my kid. I don't even want it. But I just need it back because I don't want to get in trouble.
Every word you speak, I get
Look, I don't care if you guys like me. I don't care if these cats like me. Let's just get in there, stabby McStabify that fucking witch, and get out of there with my loot. I mean, baby.
I have no words for this goblin as we continue on.
Same.
Alright, after another 4 hours of these three characters just bouncing off of each other, but Flavin, not being able to speak cat, has no idea how much, weapons grade sass that Captain Cannon is throwing his way, so he thinks he's winning every exchange.
Yeah, and freaking Joseph's trying to keep up with what's going on with Morgan, and Morgan's just giving him only tidbits of information, occasionally giving him a superior and her best superior and intellect meow she can muster at Joseph.
So, as your journey slowly comes to its destination, you finally find yourselves in the Walker Barony, right at the entrance of the gates of the Walker estate. And you can see that there is a fence preventing you from going further. There are two guards, very tall, muscular, and very mean looking, who cross their axes as you approach.
Before we talk to guards, Joseph's going to look at the goblin going, are you sure there isn't a way around? Do we really have to go through here?
Look, do you want to go through a barony or do you want to go through the toxic swamp, which, might I remind you, is full of frog people and it's full of hags and just all manner of nastiness?
I'm going to lean forward and whisper, going, I don't know, do you want to go through the toxic swamp and take your chance at those? Or do you want to go through the barony and take a chance of getting seen by the Baroness?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to be here at all. They're both bad.
I feel the same.
Look, we're here, we're queer, we're here. Let's just, you gotta make a decision. We're either going through this barony or we're going through the toxic swamp.
We're going through the barony, much to my as much as I don't want to. And even if I said no, I'd be outvoted.
Well, alright then. Quit your bitching. Let's just get on with it. Talk to the guards.
I'm going to step out, look as presentable as possible, and look at the guards going, I am the Baron John Doe. I've come to seek a passage through the estate to get to the toxic swamps. Undergoing a task for the Adventurers Guild.
Halt! No one gets past these gates. We've had a string of robberies, and you look like adventurers. Adventurers cannot be trusted.
Xavier from behind is just gonna be like, this is a baron you're talking to. Mind him your respect.
If you really are a baron, you'll have the papers to prove it. Papers, please.
We never did that, did we? We just made a vote, but we never fucking went to get the papers.
Nope.
Damn you, Zeno.
Yeah, we completely forgot about that. Zeus taking full advantage of this one.
Okay, I have an idea. Well, we'll make you a deal. If you let us pass, we'll let a friend of ours do you a future reading.
A future reading.
Yes.
Yes, a reading for your future.
Hmm. I don't know about this. I don't know, Jeff. This kind of sounds like fun. Shut up. Well, like, he probably is a baron. Do we really want to get in trouble for turning him around? Plus, I want to know my future. Shut up, Jeff.
Joseph's gonna chime in, going, "Forgive me, I have failed to get my paperwork. So if you want to take the time to take a fortune, I banf, as I turn my familiar here, I point to Morgan, into a pixie and go retrieve my paperwork. We can get the best of both worlds. You can get your fortunes, and you can get confirmation of who I am."
Alright. Sounds like fun. No, it doesn't. Rules are the rules are the rules.
We'll be right out here. We won't go in, so we won't be breaking any rules, and you can still receive your fortunes.
Alright, sounds like fun. So where's the little fortune teller, huh? She's some old dusty crone?
Gregor brings out the cat.
Alright, that's just the cutest little thing you ever did, don't see?
I'll take the time as they're getting their fortunes to turn Morgan into a pixie and inform her to let the king know that a baron has been selected for the Iron Fist estate, and I need the paperwork.
Alright, Morgan will zoom away as a pixie while Madam Snuggles tells their fortunes. She goes, "Oh, I see great fortune in front of you. All of the good things, none of the bad things. You're gonna find a woman, and then another woman. You're just gonna have a whole harem, and it's gonna rain money from the skies, and everyone will love you, and nothing bad will ever happen to you, ever." You hear that? Nothing but good times. Hooey! I bet I can just quit my job. Screw this. Gold's raining from the sky, brother. This sounds suspect at best. All good things, no bad things. Nothing bad will ever happen. This goes on for about 15 minutes.
I love this.
So after about 15 minutes of banter, your pixie has gone and back with blinding speed. And you can see that your little pixie friend has either intentionally or unintentionally hitched a ride on what appears to be a bottle rocket.
A bottle?
A bottle rocket.
Oh.
Like a firework. You can see your little pixie land in your lap. The fuse is all the way to the base, and it's about to explode.
I'm going to chuck it in the air.
Make a sleight of hand check to remove the firework and throw it away.
Joseph, this is not the time.
No!
I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Morgan, why? Two fucking nat 20s.
And two nat 20s. Gregor, roll.
Alright, I got a roll for the goblin and the two kitty cats. Let me look up the stats for a kitty cat.
No, Captain Cannon is in the goddamn. I didn't let him out. We only let out Fortune. And this is all your fault, Morgan. Can we eat her afterwards?
You could, but it would only just it would turn to disappear after once you take the first bite after her HP hits 0. You would be eating.
Okay, just for the idea for her destroying everything.
I swear to God, if she destroyed the papers, I'm gonna be pissed.
Okay, so let's see. Madam Snuggles, Flavin the Goblin both failed. Who got above a 12?
Above a 12? Is that what you...
Yes.
I think we
All of us.
all did, except
All of us.
except for the cats and the.
Except for Miss Snuggles and the Goblin.
Okay, so those who rolled above a 12 take no damage. The cat and the goblin both take 5 points of damage. Madam Snuggles, her goldfish bowl is shattered and broken. The goldfish is on the ground, suffocating. Oh wait, 5 HP is more than her max HP. That is.
No,
She has
Zeno,
2
think
HP.
about this. Zeno, think about this. Don't kill Miss Snuggles, man. No.
I'm gonna
If you
need.
kill Miss Snuggles, I'm going to kill you.
I need someone to make a medicine check or cast some healing immediately, or Madam Snuggles is gonna die and die hard.
I'll cast the healing. Right. Alright, just calm down.
Joseph is gonna look at Morgan going, "What the hell?"
Meow.
Morgan's a pixie. Wait, no.
Morgan's a
right.
pixie right now? Okay, so Morgan the pixie will tell you in her pixie form, I took a shortcut, master!
I can see that. Where are the papers? And could you have not landed the bottle rocket on my lap?
The pixie will hand you a tiny scrap of paper about the size of your thumb.
Is this what I think it is?
So as you take the piece of paper, you see it's been folded in half. So you unfold it, and it doubles in size. And then you unfold it again, and it doubles in size. And it goes on and on and on like that until you've got a full stack of papers.
Oh, the impossible method of folding. I think I know this. It's something that Homer did in the Simpsons movie.
Since I have some berries, I give like 3 of them to the goblin.
How much HP do they give? Like 1d4?
1.
Alright, so he took 5 HP, he gains 3 back. He's almost at max. He goes, wow, wait, what was that all about? Who just comes flying in on a rocket like an asshole does?
A pixie. More to the point, Morgan.
God damn it!
Joseph will reveal the paper to the guards, going, "Here's proof, and forgive my familiar for her mischievous ways."
We'll let the Baron know that you're coming. He's going to snap of fingers, causing a raven to appear on his arm. He's going to whisper into the raven's ear and send it off. Him and his buddy are then going to open the gates and let you inside.
Joseph then's going to look at Morgan and go, "We'll talk later," as I snap and make her bamf out of existence.
All right. So as you walk through the barony, you can see that there is a gorgeous garden, just absolutely luscious, with sprinklers just wasting water by the gallon over these rare flowers. You can see an army of slaves, shirtless, with scars on their backs from all of the whippings, toiling away, wasting precious resources to water and take care of these objectively worthless plants.
Joseph's gonna see all this and kind of just glare and then lowers his head, kind of keeping to himself.
You've got a few minutes to go through the barony. Does anyone want to say or do anything in this garden?
Who's the Baron of this?
The Walkers. You know that the Baron of this is Alex Walker.
Ah, alright, I'll try and find. Did you ever post a picture of him?
It is
We haven't
entirely
met the guy
possible
yet.
that I have not.
We haven't met the guy yet.
Wait, alright.
So a few minutes into the garden, you meet the entire Walker family, who has walked over to greet you.
Walk or what?
Walked over to meet us. Joseph's gonna keep his head, gonna stand up straight, gotta look toward them and keep eye contact.
Xavier's gonna make the pretentious spider help him out a bit before he meets them. Hey, a fellow mask person.
So everyone take a quick peek at the character art as Alex Walker, Amelia Walker, and William Walker all come out to greet you. You can see that Amelia Walker immediately recognizes Flavin the Goblin, and her flirty, like aloof, ultra sexy demeanor immediately goes to one of the most ugly expressions of rage you've ever seen in your life. Oh, how wonderful we get to meet all of you for the very first time. It's not often I see a goblin in town. Good evening. My name is Alex Walker, the owner of this barony. I hope you like the flowers. Anything to keep Amelia happy, I suppose. What are you doing in my barony?
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Walker. My name is John Doe. I'm a new Baron of the Iron Fist Estate. And I've currently on a mission for the Adventurers Guild. And this goblin here informed me that there was a easy way into the toxic swamps. Unfortunately, it leads me through your lands.
You look vaguely familiar. Do I know you?
I can assure you, this is the first time we've met.
You're still wearing your mask, right?
I am not. I'm not even wearing my phantom suit. That's supposed to be for like if I'm doing thief shit. And honest to God, it's been like years since. Yeah.
I want you to roll me a deception check, really quick.
Wait, what?
I want you to roll me a deception check.
Ew, this is
When
with
they
fucking
say-
Avery. With Avery, this is gonna be fucking great.
Can I say something?
Sure.
When they say that he seems familiar, well, he is a baron, You might have seen a drawing or two of him. It's like action.
I'd like you to make a deception check with advantage, because that's actually a damn good point.
Thank you, Xavier.
I mean, you're my lord after all. Way better
I'm
than the
so
first
glad.
time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to roll, Xavier.
Me as well?
Yep, roll with advantage.
Oh, me. Then
You can see that the Baron looks wholly unconvinced, and he kind of looks over at William and just kind of nods, like he moves his head an inch, and William moves his head about an inch, and they seem to have an understanding that you do not. And he goes, "Of course, I saw your face in the picture. That's where it's from.
Inside.
Roll for it.
I already know this is total bullshit.
We're dead. Joseph. We're dead.
Joseph will just look at them going, if you have seen it, it's probably a terrible one to begin with. So, give my comrade for bringing it up, and honestly, we just need to pass on through. Nothing more, nothing less.
Of course. Feel free to trample all over my property, stranger.
Did you see Shorad's...
Shurad, not only can you immediately tell that he doesn't believe your lies even a little bit, you can see just this overwhelming aura of malice being laser focused at Joseph. You're fairly confident they either know who he is or have a pretty good idea, and they're not happy.
Shorad's gonna goes, huh? And he behaves as if he didn't notice anything.
Well, my barony is your barony. Feel free to wander about as you please.
We'll just be going to the toxic swamp through your land, and we'll make sure not to trample such lovely flowers, Mr. Walker.
Of course, stranger.
Alright, I suggest we move on now. We don't want to be too late.
Of course, we have a infant to reclaim, don't we? As I look over to the goblin, kind of like at the corner, look at Amelia.
Oh, you have an infant to reclaim, do you? Well, you best be on your way then. You can feel the Walker family just glaring daggers at you, and then they kind of just walk away. And you blink, and William Walker didn't walk away; he just straight up vanished.
Shorhead is gonna wait a couple of minutes before he says. He asks John Doe, "What did you do?"
Joseph's just gonna kind of give him a evil eye and go, "Not here." And he's gonna start walking to having the goblin lead him to where they need to go.
So you find yourselves just kind of wandering through the garden, just minding your own business, and you realize, man, this garden just kind of goes on for miles, and more miles, and more miles. And didn't we pass that rose a minute ago?
Detect magic.
I was gonna do an arcana.
You said you detect magic?
Yeah.
I believe that just creates a aura around whatever is magical, right?
Alright.
So between your detect magic and Xavier's nat 20 arcana check, you can piece together that you are in a magical maze, possibly not even on the same plane of existence anymore.
Xavier does a small inhale and...
Joseph's just gonna sigh to himself, going, well, about as good as time as any, I guess, as I start looking around to see if there's anyone following us.
You can all hear just sort of whispering through the winds, as if the wind itself is speaking. Sophie was a whore.
And Joseph's just gonna frown and kind of try to get a sense of where to go, and he's gonna close his eyes and go, I need your guidance, my lady, as I'm praying to my patron.
Make a religion check.
Nat 20.
We're on a roll. 3 nat 20s in a row, man.
We're not getting him back.
All right. You can see that the illusion of the garden melts away, and you can see, the entrance and the exit behind you, and you can also see, that the bushes around you are rustling.
Come out now. We don't want trouble. Again, we're passing through. But if you really want to tussle, then you might as well just get on with it.
How many years has it been, bastard?
I genuinely don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you do, unwanted bastard. You ruined my marriage! Make a dex save. Joseph. You turn your head at the last moment, and you can see a dagger fly past your nose, almost cutting you.
Joseph's just gonna kind of give a hint of a sinister smile, then go back to composing himself as he looks back, going, I really have no quarrel with you. If you continue to insist with this, I must take it up with the king.
I don't think we need to get the king involved at all. Maybe you can just remember your fucking place. I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw as you feel your mind assaulted with memories.
$18.
Okay, one moment. You take half damage. You take 6 psychic damage, and all of your friends can see your back open up in a burst of blood as whip marks appear on your back. Old wounds reopening violently.
Oh fuck! I forgot I was not using hold push to talk. He's gonna fall to one knee, using one hand to hold himself up, have his other hand on his face, revealing only one eye and his smile. His smile is gonna widen with an evil grin, and his eyes going to reveal a small change of yellow for the sign of his pact, and then go back to being its natural color as he again stands up, going, I know my place. And what of you?
You see a pair of slaves' manacles just sort of become ejected from the bush, and land in front of your feet. Remember your place. I sold you into slavery. You might think that you've bettered yourself since then, but you haven't. Remember your place.
The little boy you sold died then and there. You're seeing a whole new person. End of story. I have nothing more to speak with you. Now, again, I have better things to attend to, like retrieving your wife's child.
Don't talk about my child! I've had enough bastards. I don't need another one.
Then you should have told your wife to not be sleeping with goblins.
Just to clarify, I know I'm using a growly voice, but that's just because she's angry. You immediately recognize Amelia's voice.
Oh, I thought it was the father. So
No,
Yeah.
the mother is complaining that you ruined her marriage, blaming you for ruining her relationship with her husband, even though she's fucking cheating on him with a goblin, so she's got exactly zero room to talk. Yet somehow this is all your fault?
yeah, I'm basically just going to imply that then maybe you shouldn't be sleeping with goblins behind your husband's back. Now, do I need to inform him about this, or do you want me to just leave?
Well, here's the thing. I'm afraid I can't let you leave. You're a reminder of my shame. As you see the three walkers walk out from the bushes, about Mr. and Mrs. Walker 60 feet in front, and then William Walker 60 feet behind. If your friends try to save you, they'll be slaughtered just as well.
Joseph's gonna look at the three and goes, I really don't wish to fight any of you right now. At least not today. And besides, why rush a perfectly fun game?
So you can see that 60 feet in front of you and 60 feet behind you are walkers. 5 feet to your left and right are just ordinary bushes, about 5 feet dense worth of shrubbery. You could probably cut your way through it with a good enough check if you want to try to escape. You can try and breeze past them, or you can get ready for a fight, or you can think of something, a creative solution out of here.
They have shrubbery.
God damn it, Adora. So what do you want to do, Joseph? Are you going to try and run for it? Are you going to fight? Or are you going to come up with something else?
This is fucking tough. Because a lot of the stuff I have in mind, I could say and do, but they could just retort with like, "Oh, with you gone, we won't need to worry." Fuck, fuck, fuck. Actually, Joseph's gonna kind of turn to Alex Walker and kind of also keep his voice risen so that Amelia could hear. Going, if you have such a concern for bastards, then killing me might just make things worse. Consider the fact that we're going after a child that your wife decided to bear. And say, let's humor the theory that the hag doesn't choose to kill the child. Who's to say the child won't come back as a powerful spellcaster looking to take what he believes is his by birthright?
That's
So we
precisely
can
why we need that little goblin boy to get his little kid back and bring it back. We can't have him growing old enough to take his vengeance.
well, you can either let me leave and get it to guarantee that we get it, being as again, I just wanted to pass through. If I wanted to fight, I would have done so when we were sitting in front of each other talking.
You know,
I have
you're my husband's son, and this infant is my child. In a bizarre way, I suppose that makes you brothers or cousins or something. Would you really take someone loosely related to you and bring them back to us?
Oh,
oh, that's just something you're going to have to take on faith. And say you do kill me. Do you think you can get the child? Now, what have you got to lose? You can kill me and probably fail at attempting to get maybe a brother or sister, whichever the child is. or you can let me go, risk my own life, and possibly die in the process, and fail to get the child. And the child could possibly even die in the swamp. Hell, just because I hate you bastards, I might just kill him or her. But that's entirely up to you.
You know what? That is such a well reasoned counter argument. I'm just gonna say that works. I am very impressed. You know what? You're right. Worst case scenario, you die in the process, and then we've solved at least one of our problems. Be back in 48 hours, or we'll come looking for you. And the walkers vanish into the shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
God damn it, Adora.
Joseph's kind of gonna give kind of a small sigh of relief and say, "Let's go." And I obviously have a lot to tell you all as we start walking.
So you're royalty.
He just keeps walking. He wants to get out before he says anything.
Alright, Wagon the Construct is just going to start walking around. Flavin is just going to awkwardly whistle and look away.
So a royal bastard. Huh.
Rad, just leave him alone.
So that means that they were royal shrubbery.
God damn it.
Oh, okay, I'm done. This time I swear.
Oh, I love him. I love you so much.
If I'm not Xeno, I give you permission to strike me with a lightning bolt, and I will not. And I will voluntarily fail the save.
I don't want to kill you just yet.
Well, I mean, I have more HP than a normal lightning bolt spell can do, so I mean.
No, don't. No. Did you hear what he said? He said yet.
Oh no, I know that. But I mean, that would still be a big punishment, especially if it was in the middle of a fight.
Yeah. Joseph is
Continue.
gonna. If we, once we get out, Joseph's just gonna look at everyone going, "Yes, alright. I am the son of Alexander Walker and Sophie Kristoff."
Right.
Yep, a royal
Okay.
bastard.
Well, doesn't make a difference. Didn't know your royalty before. Doesn't matter now. You're a baron by yourself. You didn't need to use his title, so that's all that matters. Now, you continue.
Well, my mother was a maid in service to Alexander Walker, and one drunken night, he took advantage of her. And she ended up becoming pregnant with me, and unlike most women who either discard their child or sell the child or do whatever some mothers who weren't expecting to have a child do, she decided to keep me. And Alexander, whether through kindness or just because he wanted to keep what happened quiet from his wife, cast her out and gave her gold to be able to live her own life. Eventually, she found work at a tavern, and we lived at the inn in that tavern, in a room in that tavern. But once she couldn't keep up with the funds of raising me, she thought that maybe Alexander, through some form of kindness, would have taken her and me in. That wasn't the case.
Before you go, Sharad, Xavier is going to say one thing to you. I know you enjoy provoking people, but if you attempt to do it, to any of us, I will hurt your jaw, which no magic would be able to heal you. Or we clear. That's the short end.
I didn't catch any of that. Someone was talking to me.
I'll type.
Okay, so Joseph, if you remember correctly, the mission that you gave me as part of your backstory is that you did not want to kill the walkers, you wanted to ruin their lives as part of your revenge. You walked straight into their goddamn home, met them. You, despite them provoking you, you did not attack them and try to kill them, even though you likely could have won and killed them right here, right now. You resisted because your objective isn't to kill them, it is to ruin their lives. That, my friends, is a backstory quest, the first of the campaign. Everybody fucking level up.
Nice. Yeah, I really didn't want to have to actually engage in combat.
I'm beyond impressed. That was so well played.
Yeah, I had to think about it. I'm like, after a while, think about it, like, wait, I could wordplay the shit out of it.
I'm glad to see you do that, my lord. You made me get two actions per turn now.
All right. We can either end the campaign here or continue going. It's up to you three.
Session.
Yes, that's it. Not the whole campaign.
I mean, we can keep going,
Well,
but
looks
here,
like we're done for the year, guys. We had to decide what we're doing next. Let's see, miscellaneous.
that would be quite the cliffhanger to leave on, like finding out freaking Joseph's
Let's continue a
backstory.
bit.
Then,
Let's be honest. Now we're not doing that. We're not gonna end it right there.
well, honestly, I do have an hour before I have to go to work, so we can probably it'd be better to end it before hitting an encounter, or we can end it at the encounter, depending on how you want to
I
do
don't
it.
think we'll be in an encounter at the moment. Let's just go for 30 minutes. That sound good?
Sounds good to me.
I can do 30 minutes.
Yeah, alright. Oh yeah, we have to take Xenon's condition. Xeno, 30 minutes, okay?
All right.
Alright, great. Let's
So
continue.
at this level up, I get a new feature for Blood Hunter stuff called Hollowed Veins. Beginning at 7th level, your blood curses become honed to the fabric of a creature's existence. Your blood curses can now affect any creature regardless of their lack of form or blood. In addition, when you amplify a use of your blood maledict feature, after rolling the amplify damage you would sustain, you may choose to reroll the die and must use the new roll. So that's fun.
Yeah, I've leveled up my warlock subclass.
I can do more damage. I mean more attacks. Da 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 da.
Yay, a third cantrip.
I love what you get excited about. We're all out
You
here
use
with our.
magic.
I love Adora. Just I got a new feature and said all that cool stuff, and I'm just like I can attack 2 times, and just Joseph is out here. I can have one more cantrip now. Yay!
Oh no, not a cantrip.
You know the most broken stuff in the game? Oh yeah, those.
That warlocks could do, which is fucking awesome.
I love that.
Better watch out for the Eldritch Blast.
Probably
Better.
already has it. Right, let's continue because I want to see how we can kill this goblin. I mean, retrieve his son or daughter, not kill. Hmm? Yeah, what we were saying. Yeah, we're gonna save a child.
All right, so you were able to enter and leave the gates of the Walker estate without causing a big ass fight. So you just leave and nobody fucking stops you.
You have no idea how much I was like, fuck, 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 fuck. That was like all kinds of stress for me. Like, oh my.
All right, so is everybody heading into the swamp, the toxic swamp?
Yep.
Sir,
All right. I feel really weird not to be called playing. Oh, okay.
Joseph is now finally gonna don his fucking phantom outfit in front of everyone and going, oh, might as well just get into character considering everything's out in the open. However, I'm not gonna be wearing this when we're at our estate.
well, obviously.
I
And
mean, it looks kinky enough. Out of
and
character, by the way.
because you didn't have your accent.
You mean this one?
Mhm.
I just combined my southern accent and the estuary accent that I had to do for the upcoming show. God damn it.
Is that what the thing looks like?
All right. So as you all wander into the toxic swamp, you can see that the water is covered in what looks to be poisonous algae. You see the skeletons of humans and small creatures sinking slowly into the sludge. You see there's a rat drowning in the poison, and you can see its flesh disintegrate within the acidic water.
Oh no, Pebble, what should we ever do?
Oh, I hope Shorad isn't there. Psych, I do hope so.
Shh. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. You know, unless we decide to throw a bowling ball at his head.
Anyway, yeah. Joseph's gonna look at the goblin going, alright, lead on. Show us the safe route.
All right. Look, the fastest way to get through this swamp without causing any trouble is not to go through the woods. Nah. Too much shit is gonna jump scare you. We need to build a raft and float on through.
Joseph's gonna look at the wagon and look back at the goblin. All you need to do is really take the wheels off.
You ain't touching my goddamn wagon. This water is poisonous, damn you.
Well, we don't exactly have the time to just make a raft. Unless you've stashed one somewhere over here.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't ever planning on going back here, so that's a negative.
Can I punch a tree enough until it breaks so we can use it?
Check your character sheet real quick.
Check my character sheet.
This isn't Minecraft. You can't just punch trees unless you have all of the strength. Yeah, your +2 strength ain't punching down a tree.
Oh.
Bro, it's not strength. I'm using my dexterity sense. You know, as a monk, I can do that.
How the fuck are you gonna backflip a tree down?
Wanna see?
I call bogus of the
Yeah,
highest
what
of
the
this.
fuck you do?
What's the AC of a tree? You rule.
What do you mean, what's the AC of a tree? It's a tree.
Exactly. What's its
I
Or
believe
skip.
trees have an AC of 10.
I think it's a 16 because of more skin, and it has like 16. So 16 sounds good, Zeno.
I mean, yeah, it does have bark skin, so yeah, I guess.
All right. Attack the tree until it falls down.
This is so dumb. This is so dumb.
Oh, are you new to this party?
Did you miss?
Only one of them, alright?
Let's see, 7, 6, 6. Fuck it. Okay, so using the blades on your wyvern's claw gauntlets, you unleash some unholy monkish fury and beat a tree to the ground.
What? We can use this, I suppose. Xavier just says it so casually.
There's no way in hell we'd be able to fucking walk. All fit on this log. Would
It's about 5 feet wide and 20 feet long, and it's still got all of its branches and leaves and shit on it.
And if we take some of those, actually, I can thorn whip from, so we can maneuver better. There's solid stuff.
what is happening here? We're going to Minecraft to fucking Indiana Jones. You're gonna fucking
No, like
whip
I'll thorn whip, so like if there's a tree or something, I can thorn whip, so we able to maneuver the log better. Except that Xavier is just so creative.
If you don't hollow out the log for a place for you to sit in, the log is going to roll and y'all are going to fall into the poison water.
Obviously, will do that, but it's not gonna be my expertise because I don't have a weapon.
Does
Gives
anybody
me a
have an
weapon,
axe
I
by chance?
I
No.
have a. Hold on. The closest thing I have is a short sword.
I have a hammer and a
can I make
piston.
can I make a survival check to make a prehistoric act?
I want all three of you to make me a survival check to accumulate and craft the tools necessary to make this a canoe, and then actually make the canoe. Let's see if any of you can make a proper canoe.
Look at my rules. Look,
Before I
look at
make my roll,
Pandora.
I still want you to roll, Joseph.
alright.
Joseph,
Because-
Joseph, we
Come
can
on,
because
do
I was
this.
gonna-
Joseph.
Joseph, like join the
Come on,
20.
Joseph.
Yeah, this is why I wasn't gonna fucking roll. Do I look like I'm a survivor?
Joseph has a survival of 29.
I was gonna do the intelligent thing and ask the goblin if he had an axe.
Nah, this is better. So,
So, Adora and Xavier are able to craft some stone hatchets and chop this tree up into a surprisingly serviceable canoe that's spacious enough for all of you to fit. You're gonna have to leave the wagon, or excuse me, you're gonna have to leave. Oh god damn it! I just realized what I've done. Wagon and the wagon. God, I'm an idiot. I just realized how that's going to be confusing. Wagon the construct and the covered wagon are going to have to stay behind. Do you take your little NPC kitties with you?
no, I tell the goblin to tell the wagon to protect.
All right. Flavin will go ahead and tell Wagon the construct to keep watch on the kitty cats, and you all, I presume, get into the canoe.
Yeah, and we're taking
Yes,
this
sir.
goblin with us.
And like stated before, I'll be attempting and thorn whipping so we can maneuver the boat better.
All right. So as you're not using oars to maneuver the boat, but thorn whipping trees, you disturb some sleeping spirits, and you can see they don't appear to be hostile. They're just kind of floating around, trying to figure out the hell you're doing.
Joseph's gonna look at freaking Xavier going, be a bit more respectful for the environment. For a druid, you seem to be failing in that.
In Sylvan, Xavier is gonna apologize to the.
Joseph is going to be very surprised that he speaks Sylvan and be like, "Wait, you heard the conversation between me and?"
Yeah, and I already know all of that, most of that stuff about you, but it really doesn't matter. My relationship with you isn't about that. You're a ally, and I respect you for that.
I can't believe I missed this.
You can hear the spirits calling out to you, "Turn back! Nothing but poison and death await forward. Turn back!"
Is this like the beware freaking stone walls from Labyrinth? Like, go
Beware.
back.
And Sylvan, since Zeno is just like, oh, I don't want to disturb you guys, so can can you guys push me toward the death and poison, if you may? Don't
Joseph's just
disturb
gonna
any more spirit.
slowly. Joseph's just gonna slowly turn to look at you, Xavier, and be like, "Don't phrase it like that." In Sylvan,
Only
Well,
poison and death
what
awaits
they
you.
said.
You have been warned.
Are they going to push us?
No,
Oh man, alright. Guess I'm still thorn whipping. By the way, thorn whipping doesn't actually do anything bad to the trees, it just marks them because thorn whip disappears after.
you're doing 1d6 piercing damage to all of the trees.
Yeah, 1d6, totally not 2d6 because I'm a level 5 and above. Huh.
Oh yeah, you're fucking up these trees, by the way.
God damn it, Xavier.
as we're fucking going through this, freaking Joseph's gonna look at the goblin, going, "No another way out of here other than through the Walker estate, especially after we made our presence."
Trust me, you don't want to go through the trees. Do you like panthers? It's littered with panthers.
I love panthers.
You know, I once heard
I,
a story about this young little elf that managed to get killed by one when he was traveling with his barbarian friend.
Y'all don't understand. The panthers around here, they travel in packs, and they have pack tactics. Y'all be fucked.
oh, I actually learned to become one of them. It's quite pleasant. They're delightful creatures.
Well, do you want to go back and die to the Walker estate? Because I can guarantee you now, death is all that awaits us.
And believe me, when we go to the Panthers, I can convince them to not attack us. I attempted
Ah, fuck my life.
Is that
to
Koatoa?
So, Xavier, as you're thorn whipping the fuck out of the trees in this swamp, you appear to disturb the residents of this swamp. You, being a druid, immediately recognize bullywugs.
druid that comes just like, hey, sorry for the disturbance.
You have disturbed the swamp.
You've disturbed the dirt. Please
Look,
tell me someone gets that.
well, we needed to pass through to get rid of an evil hag that has been. Well, we're not gonna get rid of it. We're gonna retrieve a child that has been taken by.
You have disturbed the swamp, and now the swamp will disturb you. Bullywugs! Attack!
Before we attack, can I convince them to?
You can try to talk to him.
Uh, or hear me out. We don't attack, and look, I'll be in charge of a land near here pretty soon. So, how about we aid each other.
And why would we disturb you, or why would we assist you after you disturbed our home?
Well, it would be mutually beneficial to the both of us. You, my friends, would get more minerals so you can start to progress further down. And me, well, I get to have good relationship with the people of the swamp, which is a place I truly love since I lived there for some time.
Okay, run the terms by me one more time.
They'll give them minerals and such, and they'll have a pretty good trade system.
Minerals?
Like, since Xavier's planning on making it a mining thing, so yeah.
Oh, so you're saying let us pass now and we'll give you gemstones in the future?
And we'll set up a trading thing.
So your whole plan banks on the long-term planning and forethought of frog people.
Or I can give them 50 GP right now if they promise to let us pass and the trade thing in the future.
Joseph's gonna face palm himself.
I just want to real quick here and see if anybody else has any other ideas.
Because mine is so damn good, you just want to give them petty ideas? Alright,
We're
that makes
fucked. That's all.
Jo- Joseph is gonna put his hand on Xavier's shoulder and be like, "We need to work on your negotiation skills." And as he stands up and looks at the bullywogs, going, "My friend does here want to become Baron of this land, and I can make you a better offer. If he does, I can ensure you that he will keep these swamps and your trees completely undisturbed by outsiders, so long as he is allowed to excavate gemstones in one area of your choice, and the rest of the swamp is yours to claim as you see fit."
So the outsiders disturbing the swamp promise to protect us from outsiders disturbing our swamp.
I know that sounds like a contradiction, but given the situation, I think it's the best offer I can give.
Bulbul not dum-dum. You full of bulbul.
Damn it! Yeah, it's the best idea I had because they aren't going to take gemstones or gold, Xavier. I knew that from the get-go.
and for Joseph, when you tell him you're not a good negotiator, he goes, well, I was a merchant, but I failed at that because I'm not very persuasive, as they say.
Adora, you got any ways to persuade these bullywugs to not spear you in the anus?
Let me think real quick. So, at current moment, they are basically saying, "Step the fuck off, and we kill you."
Yeah, they're basically saying get the hell out of our swamp or we're going to start throwing spears at you. You've offered them gems and gold to a people that uses sticks and stones.
And
Yes.
I offer peace and quiet, but then again, we are not giving them peace and quiet. Thank you for that, Xavier.
No problem, guys. You owe me. So,
In relationships from me to the bullywugs, can the other party members see my face?
So the boat you're on is 20 feet long and 5 feet wide. Where are you within the boat? Because
I had no idea, so that's why I was asking.
Okay, so the bullywugs are 60 feet ahead of you. The front of the boat is vertical, like facing towards the bullywugs. So whoever's in the front 5 foot portion of the boat is face to face with the bullywugs with the back of their head to the friends.
That'd probably be me. I'm in the front, probably.
And I stood up to kind of look at them from where I was. So.
Don't know. Do I have anything that they'd want? That's a good question.
So, just to clarify what your options are, in case it's not obvious, you can bribe them with something they would actually want as a tribal people, intimidate them, kill them, or back up and then go through on land instead of cutting through the swamp water that is their home. Thus, risking fighting what apparently are pack animal panthers. The fuck is that about?
I will look towards them and I'll say, "Oh fuck! What was I going to say?" Now let's say that we do get into a small little scuffle, and let's say that we win. I'm pretty sure y'all have some significant others and some children at wherever you live, and I'm going to start detecting uh, the blood in their veins just so my eyes can change color, and I'll be like, it would be a very bad thing if you ended up losing and they had no more family to come home to.
Alright, make an intimidation check.
If they jump us, I have something that might startle them, but if they see past it, I'm gonna be fucked.
Last one with red eyes drank blood. I like keeping my blood. You may pass, but do not threaten our family. Go and be gone.
Joseph's gonna hear that bit and look to Adora like, you have a story to tell as well, I take it.
I have no idea what they're talking about. My eyes turn that color, it's because I'm sensing the blood with my blood hunter's features, not what blood sucking. That be what, vampires? Fucking the skaters?
Take oars so you don't whip trees. The bullywugs are going to hand you a pair of oars.
Yep, take. I'm gonna take.
Yeah, I start being
And
suspect.
I incited you on that shit. Adora.
Adora,
Honestly, you don't have to incite another PC. You can just believe them or not.
Yeah, I don't. And I'm picking for more information.
That's all she's gonna give you.
She's a fucking vampire.
bro, just use your imagination. You got a 29, 26. If you have a theory, then just
I do.
You can believe that all you want. I'm not going to confirm nor deny any of your
stop
beliefs.
being
I'm just
sassy.
saying. I'm
Stop
not.
being sassy. Sure. Uh, at the helm of heroes tier inventory, I have no use of it. I was planning on giving it to Bandor, but he hasn't been on for a while. So
Give who what?
take at the helm of heroes tier inventory. I was planning on giving it to Bandor, but he hasn't been online. So,
Okay.
Alright, so are you all going to grab the oars and swim on by?
Yes.
As you get about half a mile away from the bullywugs, you see a crossbow bolt punch into the side of your little canoe, and you see this little scamp standing by the shore. Don't come any closer! I'll shoot you with my crossbow! That was a warning shot! I'll do it! I swear I'll shoot you!
Wait.
I'm going to look towards the goblin. I'll be like, "Is that him?"
I've never seen this kid before in my life. Looks like a nutter.
Joseph's just gonna raise a hand, going, "Oh, we mean no harm."
Yeah, well, that's what the last one said, and the last one was a witch, and then I shot her in the face. I'll shoot you too. Don't come any closer to me. You're not gonna hurt me. I'll shoot you.
We're not looking to hurt you, young one. We're just passing through. We need to find someone real quick and get back a small child that this one, and I point towards the goblin, decide to give up in a gambling game.
Hey kid, you said you saw a witch. Where is she?
There's a witch over in the Fog of Madness, half a mile north. You don't want to go there, mister. There's witches over there. The witches deserve to be hit with crossbows.
Agree with you. But when we come back, after we're done with dealing with the witch because of a certain goblin, who I will not be naming, how about you come with us? This is no place for a child.
I'm not coming with you for shit. You could be witches. You could be shapeshifters. I don't know you. I'll shoot you.
Well,
What would make you believe us?
Joseph just goes, "Well, he's not wrong. I mean, the three of us can cast spells. You definitely can shapeshift, Xavier."
I don't know what y'all talking about. I can't cast any spells.
I can turn into animals if you count that as shapeshift. Turn into a little kitty cat.
You better not come any closer to me. I'm trying to find my family. If you get in my way, I'll shoot you. I swear it. I swear on my daddy's life.
What is your family's name?
My name's Jehovah Hearth. I bet you ain't never heard of me. We're humble folks just trying to make a living under that cruel bastard, the Walker family. My parents and my whole family got kidnapped, and the Walkers did nothing. So I picked up Daddy's crossbow and I went looking for him. Yes, I did. I'm gonna kill every witch in this swamp.
Look, we're adventurers. Since you clearly have a job, we'll finish our thing and we'll aid you with finding your family. Does that sound good for you?
I don't want you to come any closer. I don't ever want to see you again.
We'll keep our distance so you don't have to worry. Does that sound good to you?
Fine.
That's where we need to.
You just stay right over there, right outside of my line of sight. I don't ever want to see you again.
All right. So tell me, where do you think your parents?
I think they were kidnapped by witches, a whole coven of them, and I'm gonna kill them all on my own. Believe it. Watch me.
Believe it. He sounds like Naruto. All right. Well, I have nothing to say to the kid. You got anything to say?
Joseph's just gonna look to the kid, kind of feel like he's seeing a kindred spirit, and goes, "Let us take care of the witches and possibly find your family. Either wait here or head back to Rex City and stay far away from the walkers."
Not a chance. My family's in trouble, and I'm the man of the house now, so it's my job to save them.
We're heading through the fog of madness anyway, so we can see about finding your family. So let your mind be at ease and find someplace safe.
I don't trust you for nothing. I don't ever want to see you again. And when he turns around, you can see that on his back there's a bunch of dried blood on bandages on his back. You can see it looks like a panther has hit him in the back at least once.
Goddamn kid's gonna get himself killed.
Agreed.
You see him run off into the woods. You can pursue or leave him be.
Joseph's gonna take the oar and he's gonna start going toward that way to the kid. God damn it. Well, looks like we're taking a detour unless none of you want to come.
Are we really doing this?
Do you really want to leave a child to go into a forest with a pack of panthers?
Well, I usually prefer to do one mission at a time, but fine. Let's go see what a child who threatened to attack us multiple times and clearly doesn't trust us want.
Well, we didn't have, we weren't too, we weren't providing him with the right responses. So maybe we just need to reach out better. And besides, you never know. We might be able to handle a bunch of panthers.
All right, I think that's a good place to end it.
Really is.
Fuck, Avery and my ability to not have poor deception.
All right, is there anything anyone wants to do before we end it here?
Yes, I would like to say, Joseph. What's up? Yeah, that sounds good. Way to end the session.
I would like to shove a mirror in Dora's face. Do I see her reflection?
Yes, you do. Bruh.
Alright. Alright, I gotta go. Good session. Have a good day, everybody.
Later, guys.
Hey.
See ya.